Welcome here in the Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. My name is Phil and I'll be your host for today. And of course, a pleasant afternoon to all of you guys, all the people who's watching right now. A big shout out to all of you. And I'll be with my two lovely panelists over here. We have Gentleman Gaming here from a right side or left, or like I have no idea, or Cuckoo TV here from the side as well. I just want to ask you guys, how are you guys doing? Let's start with Cuckoo.
Well, I'm doing great, Vil. I'm excited with this next stage for the Free Fire Philippines Open. Before I was on your side, but now I'm on the casting side with Neptune, the Gentleman Gaming. How are you, Neptune?
I'm doing great. Actually, I'm really excited to have both of you in here, and especially Vil as a host, Cuckoo TV as a partner. We've been together in more than a few projects. So, Cuckoo, we're back at it once again.
Back at it again, indeed. And of course, this is my first time hosting this tournament, and I really can't wait on what's going to happen today for sure. And today is a very, very special day. This is the very first day of the league stages, and I can't wait to all the happenings here in this tournament for sure. We have three maps that is going to play today. It's going to be Purgatory, we have Bermuda, and Kalahari. And to be honest, I'm really stoked. To be honest, I'm really that excited, and my energy is actually right here in my head now. And for Cuckoo TV, dude, I mean, you've hosted the qualifiers last week, and for Gentleman Gaming, you casted the qualifiers last week as well. I mean, what happened on that day? Let's start with Gentleman Gaming.
Well, great matches had been shown by all the teams in there. I mean, absolutely great fights, great engagement, but there's a few in there wherein they really showed more of what they have on these fights, and I think we're going to see them. I don't want to spoil the beans for everyone because we're going to have the list later on. So yeah.
Well, apparently you're the qualified teams that will be playing today. I mean, this week actually. For Group A, we have Almighty, AV Ligers, Schnauzer, Kizmumu, Troth Legend, and PXG Radicals. For Group B, we have Bloodyhead, Wheels, Sirens, If You're No One, VB Desolators, and Kalasag. Who's next? By the way, here in Group C, we have Seth Deathwish, VPH Velocity, Number One. Thanks for the info, and Shoot and Run. And now we are seeing all the teams that qualified last week, and the six invited teams, which is Almighty, AV Ligers, Bloodyhead, Wheels, Saf Deathwish, and VPH Velocity. So there's gonna be a tough fight for all of these players for sure. And we all know that PXG Radicals really stayed on at the top back then at the qualifiers last week, and apparently for the 46 invited teams so far, it's all about Almighty, Saf Deathwish, and AV Ligers who stayed at the top two. So let's see if they can retain here in the top of the food chain, if they can qualify next month for the grand finals, knowing that the top 12 here in the group stage will go to the grand finals. So of course, good luck and congratulations to all the teams who is playing right now. I'm gonna ask you guys, let's start with Cuckoo TV. What do you think of the groups today?
Well, the groups are a bit of exciting, especially Group C. Last qualifier finals, we saw Shoot and Run and WLV Imbalance having their type of rivalry in their games. If you actually saw that, or if you remember that, Neptune, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with Group C having those two teams, definitely it'll be a really tough battle for Group C. And I'm also excited about Team Almighty on Group A, but now we are in the prize pool, Vil.
On our prize pool here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on the 12th place, you're going to win 10,000, 11th place 15,000, 10th place 20,000, 9th 20, 8th place 30,000, and if you're at the 7th place, you're going to get 30,000 pesos. On 6th place 50,000, same goes with 5th rather. 4th place getting 75,000 pesos, 3rd 200,000, and first place, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get 400,000 pesos with a total lion's shares of 1 million pesos. Dude, That's 1 million pounds prize pool, bro. I mean, this actually big here in Free Fire, and I really can't wait on who's gonna get that 400,000 pesos. And to be honest, if I'm playing here in Free Fire, I really want to get a 400,000. Same goes with you guys. I know it. I know it, bro. And actually, to be honest, I'm gonna ask you guys, who do you think? I mean, who's your pick here to get that championship? Let's start with Gentleman Gaming.
Well, from the qualifiers, we have a few favorites who've shown us great tactics. Though the invited teams from the top two from each group are, well, we haven't seen them play on live actually, so we'll have to find out. But so far, we have on the list PXG Radicals, wherein they gave us great engagement in their gameplay. And mind you, not WLB Imbalance is also a well, one thing is they are a all-female group. So it was just surprising when I was informed that they are all a female group. So I want to see them move up into this match.
Yeah, that's true. That's my thought as well. I really want to see WLV Imbalance just trying to beat up all the crazy men out there who wants to get that 400,000 as well. Well, anyway, here's the point system, and that's gonna happen for today. If you're rank 12, you're not gonna get any points. Same goes with 11. If you're gonna get the 10th rank, you're gonna get 1.9. You're gonna get 2 points for rank 8, 3, rank 7, 4, rank 6, 5, rank 5, 6, rank 4, 7 points, rank 3, 8 points, and rank 2, you're gonna get 9 points. And if you're gonna be at the top, you're gonna get that booyah, you're gonna get 12 points, and you will receive 1 point for every kill that you will get for your team. So apparently you have two choices here. Well, your first choice is gonna get points through kills, and second choice is gonna get points through rank. But I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think is a more important thing? Is it gonna be the rank points or the kill points? Cuckoo.
It's kind of a bit of the same, because if you get the highest rank, you'll get automatically 12 points. Wherein if you get some kills, definitely if you're part of the lower rank, like say for example, you get only the 7th place, but you get probably around 7 or more kills, that's going to be adding up to 11 points. So it's two important points, the rank points and the kill points. And if you could remember back during the qualifier finals, some of the teams who are actually topping are not even winning that booyah. So definitely, either way, it is important, Phil.
Yeah, it's all about the booyahs, of course. And we all know that if we have a tie, if we have a tying score here in this game, we're gonna go on who's gonna get the most booyah here in this tournament right now. Well, apparently, let's gonna check the schedule and what's gonna happen for today, ladies and gentlemen. I know you are excited on who's gonna play, where, and when for sure. So here's the schedule for this is the first day, and I believe that this is like a week long tournament for our people, for our Free Fire fans out there. And for match 1, it's going to happen in just a bit. And the map is Bermuda. Match 2 here in Purgatory. Match 3 in Kalahari. Match 4 in Bermuda again. Match 5 in Purgatory. Match 6 in the Kalahari. So apparently we're going to play 3 maps for today. We're going to play every map apparently. And probably there's going to be like 3 hours or like 4 hours of a tournament. So to all the people who's tuning in right now, all you have to do is just sit back and relax and just enjoy the show together with our lovely casters. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are actually looking for the Tagalog stream, for the Filipino stream, and it's actually, you can actually look at our Facebook or like a YouTube, and you can check out the link out there if you want to listen to our lovely Filipino casters out there, guys. Once again, we are back here. Once again, my name is Vil, your host for today. Together with me is the handsome Gentleman Gaming and the lovely, I'm gonna call you lovely, bro, Cuckoo TV here. And I actually want to hear your thoughts on what happened. I want to make this panel lively and happy and enjoying, to be honest, because
Yeah.
being stiff is not that really great. And anyway, going back to the things that I'm telling you guys, I want to take a look on what happened last week in the qualifiers. Who made it to the top, and who didn't made it here in the qualifiers. What happened last week, Cuckoo?
Well, what happened last week was there were teams like what Neptune already mentioned, PXG Radicals. They are a really dangerous team, in my opinion, because whenever they engage so hard until you get what we call Neptune swipe, right? And right now, we also have Team Schnauzer, another team who can also battle it out with the other teams here. I'm interested with the 6 invited teams though. I haven't seen them yet play in this game, in this Free Fire Philippines Open. There are a lot of fans chanting Team Almighty though, so I'm kind of interested on how Team Almighty will play it out for today. How about you, Neptune? Like, which teams are you excited for from the 6 invited teams?
Yeah, well, we did mention already PXG Radicals, wherein their unorthodox gameplay really brought them to the top. But we also have Tyrants in there from the second half of the match from the
Yeah.
qualifiers, wherein they went into the top and they got two Booyahs in there. And also shoot and run with their aggressive gameplay, especially in the first part of the qualifier finals. They really showed us, and I think that is why WLV imbalance targeted them on that fight, and thus the feud has ensued, has unfolded from the qualifier of
And you know what,
finals.
Neptune? Sorry to cut you off there, bro, but one of the players from, I think it was Shoot and Run, went into one of my streams, like I think that was last week or 2 weeks ago, and they just said that there's really no rivalry between them. It's just that
Oh.
they just drop at the same drop where WLV imbalance, or probably the same rotation that they have. So it's not a rivalry, but as we could see from the last qualifiers, it is some type of rivalry, right?
So like apparently that is like kind of coincidence, maybe not just a rivalry, because apparently if ever you're dropping here in this zone, you have this designated zone here in this map. I mean, for this team one, this is their designated zone. Team two, this is their spot. And if ever like someone dropped at their spot, they're gonna adjust quickly. And here in this game, you have two choices as well. Number one is being you that an aggressive of a team, or just play passive. I mean, just play passive instead. I mean, if ever you're gonna play passive, just gonna wait for the circle to close off. I mean, wait for the teams to go in your area, or if you're gonna play aggressively, you're just gonna go all out, just gonna find someone to kill just that quick. You don't have any idea on what's gonna happen around you. Just go all in, guys. So apparently, here is the first map of the day. We're at the industrial side of Bermuda. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just day one, map number one, and I really can't wait on who's gonna win today, who's gonna get the first booyah. So I think our casters are ready, Jalman, and of course Cuckoo. It's on you guys. Let's go.
All right, and here we go as a flight unfolds on this fight. They are now dropping on Bermuda, the OG map of Free Fire Philippines Open. And here we go, we have the teams already spread out, and we'll have to find out, guys, who are or where are we going to see them drop, and will there be anyone on top of each other before the game starts, Cuckoo?
Well, I think there's none as of this moment, Neptune, as they got their designated drop points peak for Team Almighty. We also see here teams dropping down at Sentosa. I thought that they're going to drop at the same spot, but nope, they're going to split it up at the very last part of the drop area, as we now see here dropping in. I think this is Maute. Just dropping down, and we'll try to loot up in the early stages of the game.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. We have in here Bloody Heads, who's already on this point down in Sentosa, and they have another team in there with them. And we'll have to find out, will this be the first engagement of this match? So far, when we start the game, usually on Battle Royale, we just find loots and make sure that you have a lot of loots. Now, not quite sure if they have visual already as to or which team is with them right now, but I'm pretty sure they're here to get those guns quickly and get ready just in case anyone pushes them. Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And again, this is Group A and B, and Group A does have the team that I'm looking at, which is Team Almighty, but we are looking at right now Team WTS. We see here Pong just running outside the area and still on the loot mode right now, just going in 2 minutes and 20 seconds in this game, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, this might take a while because this is the league stages and no one wants to rush in anyone. So let's talk about what happened previously. And I know Almighty and AV Ligers haven't shown us or has not been shown to us on these live streams, but I want to find out, will PXG Radicals, do you think PXG Radicals will be doing the same unorthodox gameplay, or is that play already read by everyone after has been done from qualifiers?
Well, I think Neptune, they need to be consistent with their gameplay because that is the reason why they are here. So if they don't continue that and do another strategy, maybe that's going to be on them. But for the meantime, Neptune, yes, I do agree with you that we have these teams, AV Liger, and then we have Team Almighty. It is so exciting for them or for the viewers to see how well they play. Again, you are an invited team, and that means that you are a good team, right?
Yes, indeed. I mean, you have that respect already being invited on the Free Fire Philippine Open, especially on the league stages wherein you'll have a chance to go into the finals. That is quite a privilege for these invited teams. But I'm pretty sure the remaining teams will be giving up all or giving their best. I don't mean giving up, but they will be giving all their best. And mind you not, we did mention earlier before when we were talking about the point system that there are some instances that you might not get the booyah, but you'll be able to stand onto the top. And Trot Legends in here from Group A also went in there. They weren't shown that much from the qualifier, but I'm not surprised. I'm just amazed that Trot Legends in there was able to make it on this league stages despite of not being seen that much. So they have a certain tactics. Probably they have a more hidden tactics compared to those who haven't seen most on this live stream, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And they're just down on that sixth spot or probably fifth spot, Neptune. So I think they have more in store for us right now, especially you're in the league stages. And definitely you have practiced all those days that you were not playing Free Fire Philippines Open. So definitely they will probably show us more strategy or more gameplay wherein we might be surprised that they might get that booyah. But for the meantime, we have here Team KSM. We see here Cyborg, Aoki, we have Xmonx, and right now they have their vehicles in. Will the vehicles be a factor here, Neptune, later on in the game?
Well, it would and it might that depend on the gameplay that they have. Remember from the qualifiers when vehicles like motorcycle has been used to throw off some of the teams on their formation, and right now it's already closing into the second circle and no engagement has been happening, so they place themselves pretty well on this map so that they won't be able to engage any other team, and make sure they have all the good loots before they go into the battle. But right now, I think it is Pochinok right now, which is in the middle of the map. Wherein we have Schnauzer, who's already in there, and I think Schnauzer in here together with another team might be in the battle. We'll have to find out if this unfolds, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. They're at Pochinoke right now. We're in the circle is centering in. Same goes with the factory area. I think that is Team Desolator, which is on the other side here, together with Team Almighty. We might see our first engagement here, as we see here Shira from Team Almighty, Batman, Voidface, and Ren Neptune.
Yes, indeed. Almighty. The Almighty team has joined Group A. Now we'll have to find out more. How mighty are them? And being here as an invited team as well as AV Ligers, no engage. This is what I'm talking about. Despite of being in closer into the first or to the second circle. No engagement just yet. They have their own tactics, and I'm pretty sure these three teams in Pochinook is already sensing that they have enemies in there. They're all looted up and just waiting for the first fire before they go in for the engagement, Cuckoo.
Yeah, it's just a waiting game right now, Neptune. Whoever fires first, I don't know. It might be Team Almighty, it might be Team Desolators, or it might be Team Schnauzer. They're currently right at Pochinook right now, trying to play it safe in this first game. So I'm kind of surprised how these teams are playing right now. It's not like what we saw from the qualifiers we're in. Whoever you see, they will fight you right away, right, Neptune?
Well, that will depend on the situation. I guess this is just per se the warm up for everyone. They need to find out if their tactic is viable enough to end them as on a booyah. And right now they're just sensing who are the aggressive team from this group. So far, this has been shuffled from the qualifier, so we'll have to find out. And there you go, the first shot has been fired, and we have in there who's next is already taking those shots against Kismumu and Funky right now. Will be taken up by Ayoki, who's trying to be picked up, but Ayoki in there going in for the finishing kill against Funky, and Red right here will be left behind. We have Kismumu as a first kill leader, having that one kill against Funky, and I'm quite sure if they'll be able to come back in here. Who's next? Myth right now trying to go in for those shots. Will be backing off and regrouping in this lower area, Cuckoo.
Right, that was the first blood, first kiss for Kiss Mumu. Again, one down for Team Who's Next. Funky, though, will go back to the lobby. Right now, Myth, Red, and Hawkeye will have to regroup. Will have to rethink on how they will play this game with only 3 players them alive. Right now, the circle is also shrinking. Let's see where will the circle go here.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity happening in the middle of this circle, and there you go, Pochenik still smack in the middle with the factory on the left and Mars Electric at the south, and no one is in there, and most of them will be converging, if not on Pochinook, that will be factory, probably with Fear No One, wherein Fear No One has this huge building to themselves, and I think they've had all the loots that they can have. All they have to do is wait for the footsteps or the gunshots, and they are ready to go, Cuckoo.
And if you remember from the qualifier finals, Neptune, one of the compounds or the cities which is actually really good in this type of map is this factory area, wherein you will have a lot of cover. And right now we see here Valor going for that sniping shot, knocking down Aoki from Kiss Mumu. What a shot there, Neptune. Oh, there we go.
And Valor in there getting back onto Kismumu. Well, not quite sure if that's a revenge for another team in there, but Kismumu has lost one of their members, and Wills right now is just waiting for those shots once again from the other teams. But all they have to do right now is just listen and wait, because they have the high ground, and all they have to do is get those information with the snipers like what we have earlier as Valor. I think they'll be able to take them down one at a time if they have the chance, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And Wills, I think this is one of the invited teams, right, Neptune? So they're showing up here in the league stages right now with Group A and B. And looks like they're having some really good start here in the first day, or day number 1 here in the league stages, as we switch back here to Team Almighty, as we see here Batman trying to check out the higher ground. Will team who's next, who's currently on rotation. We see there Red from above together with Myth. Let's see if they can actually get some shots. Kismumu again on an engagement here. Payne getting that bullet coming from ZJ here from Team BH.
Yes, see, Team BH, Bloody Head, are really getting aggressive. As soon as they get information, they just take shots. But we have the red zone already on top of them. Will they be getting away or probably getting cover? Because we've seen how much damage the red zone will be done to their team if they don't get any cover. They might take down one of their teammates, which might not be good. They already have a few shots in there against the enemy, and being taken out early, they might not have that advantage, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, again, here comes Payne of Kismumu just trolling around with that bicycle right now. Cyborg also getting engaged here, and we see here Hawkeye now going for that sniping shot over Team Wills. Now Red going for that backup here for Team Who's Next. They are currently on cover here as they're on the lower ground, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. And Wills right now is being shot at, while we have Who's Next probably choosing Wills as their next target. But they will be taking the high ground. Who's Next will be in there. But here we go. Red right now going in for the push. Will he be able to go in for the flank in here against Wills? And here we go. Red right now backing up a little bit. They have this tower as their cover, but they have the lower ground, so it might be a disadvantage for Who's Next at this point, and they have Kismumu from behind them, so this will be a pinch for the side of Who's Next. Will they be backing off Cuckoo? I don't think so.
Well, they better be smart here with their game plan here, because again, remember, they know that Kismumu is just on the right side on the lower ground, and we see here a team from above. So I think that's a good decision there. They backed it up for a bit, as we now switch over back here to Team Almighty. As still, they're just waiting for teams to run past them, and we will probably find out how they play well in this game.
And it's just surprising how Almighty and Desolator has gone closer to each other. The courting season is over. They're now here to get engaged. And will there be any gunshots in here from the side of Almighty and Desolator? So far, they're just next. They're just neighbor on these fields. And I think it's Wankai who's already having the view in there from the team of Almighty. And there you go. Mike will be able to go in for the kill from the other side of the map as a battle unfolds on that area, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. And I actually saw their Payne from Kismumu just running past all these teams. As we see on the kill feed, their Payne got actually destroyed by Maute over there. And we see here also Embalor killing off one of the players off from the kill feed. So there's a lot of teams right now fighting. Fear no one also, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. And there you go. Feeds after feed on the kill feed in there. Shots are being fired. And there you go. We have a Kismumu Xmon who has been eliminated. Now we'll have to find out. There are already 2 teams who has been taken out from this fight. And I think one of them is Kismumu. But we have Desolator who hasn't had a kill just yet. They're the first teams who are in here who are so close to 2 other teams. No. Oh, I spoke too soon. Wow. There goes Saber for the kill against Andy, and a sniper shot. I think Narc is going in for the pickup, but they have to be careful because we have Desolator who have their sights on them, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. And Desolator Saber is trying to pinch them down through with that sniper, but nope. The other shots will not connect right now. Saber just looking at those windows. This is a really good building that they have right now, Neptune. It is actually in the middle of everyone right now, but we now switch over here to Fear No One FNO versus PXG Radicals, as now we see here Iceman putting down some blue walls in order for him to get some cover, but no, he will get taken down, Neptune.
Yes, indeed, and there you go. It's now left to Kingsman right now as they go in against PXG Radicals. Kingsman right now is in there just trying to run in, and on the other side, on the lower left, we have in there Wills right now already losing two of their members and two still left. Gunshots after gunshots. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we're looking for. We have Trot in there for the kill, Desolator for the kill, and Fear No One. Kingsman has been taken out, and Fear No One has been taken out. They will be the fourth, and Trot will be taken down, and we are now left with 7 teams remaining. Gunshots are still ensuing, and who's next will be taken out? Bloody Head in here have their hands all bloody as they cover themselves with the glue wall, heal up, and regroup as they go in for this fight, Cuckoo.
And right now, we actually saw the circle earlier on, and actually Team Almighty got the middle of the circle right now. So it is a battle of position here in this circle. We still have, I think, 8 or 6 remaining teams here in this game. 17 minutes has already elapsed in our game here. It is going close now until we get to the first Booyah. WTS right now pushing in. I think they're trying to push in over at the other side there. Schnauzer also having one knockdown. Team Desolators also on the bottom side. BH versus Team WTF now fighting together here on the right side of our screens. And right now, Neptune, this is pandemonium.
Yes, indeed, pandemonium indeed, and Tyrants has been taken down. We're not left to 4, and we have Almighty in the middle of everything. Bloody Hands is in there, or Bloody Heads is in there, going for the fight against Desolator, and I think Maude has already been taken out, but Maude had a lot of kills earlier. Hyde right now is in here trying to hide out, and one guy will go in the middle, just near Almighty. We have a Bloody Hands in there, another takedown from the side, from their side, and Saber is in here going in for those shots. Gunshots or the gunfire right now is already taking in effect. We have Saber who will be taken by the zone, but no! There you go.
Wow.
We have Bloody Hands in there being hit by the grenade. Desolator will survive, and here comes one guy going for the push against Snyder at the bottom of the feed. We have a March in here going in for the kill, and we have 2 teams in a small circle. Schnauzer has been taken down, and we have the win, the Booyah from the side of Almighty, the Almighty team indeed.
As Almighty Shira will get the MVP for our first match. And you know what? I love how they played that zone, Neptune. Did you see that? They just came out from that one house at the very end of the game, and they just went on third party the other 2 teams, and Schnauzer was the second place team on that point, as they won with all of them, 4 of them alive. So Team Almighty getting the first Booyah of the day.
It's such a great gameplay from Team Almighty in there. They stuck to their position. And they just went in for those kills as soon as everyone is already taking out each other. Wherein this is really a shown, or this is really a way to show how almighty they are. Almighty just stuck in there with 2 teams pinching them out. That is what I'm talking about. This is a great tactic, and I think this is why they have been invited on this league stages, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And like what I said before the game even started, I am excited on how they will play this game, and it is so interesting until to the point where they just third partied and used their position in the circle. They just, like, maybe they said to each other, let's just let them kill each other. Let's just wait for the right time. And then Booyah. We get that first Booyah and defeat Schnauzer basically at that point.
I'm actually super excited on what happened. I mean, to be honest, I've seen Almighty. I mean, they're just actually waiting there in the middle of Pochinok, and all they just did is just trying to do some pod shots all over, just waiting for that perfect team kill, I guess, and apparently that is actually really fast. Actually watched Almighty all throughout the match, and I really didn't know that they're the one who's gonna get that sweet booyah. Though, well, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think is what do you think is the factor that Almighty used in order for them to get that booyah, Gentleman Gaming?
Well, at this point, especially in Battle Royale, it's more of the patience and communication. They have all the patience not to take shots at anyone, knowing that I'm not quite sure if they have the information that two teams will be pinching them. But if they do, then that's communication, patience, and information. Because they have that information, they communicated well that they will not take shot unless they are sure. And when the time came, they went in and dominated, Phil.
At the early stages, apparently, it's just a Schnauzer, a VB, and Almighty. It's just right there in the center of Pacino. Everyone's just scattered outside the circle. And I'm going to ask you, I mean, for Almighty, the question is, can they be consistent towards all these incoming rounds, Cuckoo?
That would depend really on how they will play the game. If they're gonna be on the objective side, Bill, like what they did in the first match, definitely they will be able to win each game here. But again, definitely the other teams will try to bounce back, especially with Team Schnauzer, with Team Desolator at that very end of that game. They wanted to get that win. Like we just saw here in the highlights, Team Almighty just went out on that one single house altogether, and then they just obliterated every single one of them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, just Almighty just waiting patiently, just like what you've said, Gentleman Gaming. They waited patiently there, that corner, in that house, at the second floor, to be exact, and they just waited for the circle to close. They're actually that lucky because the last circle is actually just in the middle of that house. I mean, how can they be so lucky? I mean, Bermuda is just really big, and you stayed there in the middle of Pacino, just waiting patiently for all the teams to go in, and the last circle is at your place. I mean, Almighty, ladies and gentlemen, is just being that almighty of a team. Well, I really want to talk about Gizmomo as well. Gizmomo being that aggressive, we've seen how aggressive they are in the early stages as well. But they're the one of the first team to be eliminated. What do you think happened to Gizmomo, Gentleman Gaming?
Well, as they stayed outside of the zone, there's a lot of enemies that they can run into, and they were able to go in for the kill, but unfortunately they were taken down as well from the side of Bloody Heads. And we just have to find out. I think it's the luck that they have. If they were lucky enough to be in the middle of the zone, they might not go through running through other teams, just like what Almighty did. So it's luck for Almighty and unfortunate for Gizmomo at that point.
To be honest, it's all about RNG, man. It's lucky. You're being lucky, and RNG as well, man. I mean, the RNG gods is at their favor. Well, their name is Almighty. Well, RNG god is at their favor for sure. But going back here in this game right now, we are going in here in Purgatory, ladies and gentlemen. This is the next game, next map. So this is gonna be the change is really that intense for sure. And who do you think will win? Is it going to be Almighty again, or we're going to see a new one, and we're going to see that in a few for sure? And I think the casters are ready, the players are ready. Cuckoo and Neptune, let's go.
Yes, indeed, we are ready, Vil. And again, guys, we are going in to Purgatory. The question is from Vil, will Team Almighty win it again? That would really depend on how they will play in this map. This is the first time, Neptune, that we're going to see Purgatory in Free Fire Philippines Open coming off from the qualifier finals. So what do you think about this map, though, Neptune?
Well, we'll have to find out more as the team plays because from the previous match, though we've seen Bermuda as well as Kalahari, it's not about, or it's not really that much of which map. It's more of their familiarity on their position, as well as the communication that they get from their visuals, as well as the audio. I mean, the sound that they're hearing, gunshots and footsteps. But right now here, they will not have the advantage of the launch pad, wherein it's only the zip lines, but we haven't seen that much users of the launch pods, especially since they are here just looking out for enemies, and they just want to get their place on the top ranks of this Free Fire Open.
And right now we see here Team Bloody Hell, Morgana. I love that name. What do you think about the name, Neptune?
Morgana, yeah, it's quite appealing, the name Morgana. But yeah, I mean Morgana. If you know about other games with the Morgana, you know how appealing it is. But yeah, we'll have to find out if Morgana has what it takes, together with Maute, Mark, and ZJ. I think it's ZJ who's only left out with the M on the name Goku.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to break the ice out there, Neptune. But anyways, first blood already here, coming from PXG Radicals, and coming from Qualifier Finals. They are definitely unorthodox, like what you said. And right now, Ramiel just firing at will. A Team Almighty looks like Team Almighty is pinned down right now. Ren, I think, is the only man alive here. Nope, there's one more guy left standing here. For Team Almighty, two of their players, I think, was already dead. So there's still someone alive here for Team Almighty, and PXG Radicals just blazing in, Neptune.
This is what I'm talking about. The moment. Well, this is the luck that we're talking about. Earlier, they were lucky to be in the middle of the map. They moved in. We moved into Purgatory, and they ended up together with PXG Radicals. Wherein PXG Radicals, knowing that their tactics is unorthodox, not quite sure if Almighty have that on their books, but we have Fear No One right now going in for the high ground, taking shots against Remiel in here, and a few HP has been reduced from Remiel as well as Barba. And Tanamo is in here with this vehicle. We know how the vehicle gameplay from the side of PXG Radicals, but the smokes and the fire is in there. Tanamo is still on fire, trying to take shots against Shira and Almighty. The Booyah taker from match number 1 has been taken down by PXG Radicals.
And Team PXG Radicals, they are on a team, on a mission. They just defeated the first ever Booyah team, Team Almighty. Wow, I mean, PXG Radicals is showing us that they can beat whoever who is in this lobby right now. As we now see here, Tanamo together with Ramiel, Insanity, and Barba. They're trying to probably regroup and try to think of the next rotation. Just maybe trying to give some loot off as well, as we saw that, Neptune.
And this is what's good thing about Battle Royale, because the loot trading, you have some time to loot trade. If you're missing a few ammos or a few medkits, you'll be able to loot trade and gear everyone up. And that is what is important, the communication and having everyone in a specific position. Usually on Battle Royale, there's one who is assigned to get as much loot and probably tag them if in case anyone is missing some. And I think that is the same works for Free Fire right here. But I'm quite surprised what Wankai is doing. I think they are off to go in the middle, but Wankai is just going in scouting in front of everyone else. This just in case anyone might go and take shots against Wankai, and their teams will be ready from behind as they go on to this docks area. And from the minimap on the upper left, we're seeing a few members from another team who might be seeing them and might take shots, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And Wankai going through the waters, trying to, make it a little bit different here for their rotation. Someone trying to cross the bridge, but right now we see here Wales and Balor gets taken down by Jebba Wash as they're engaged here with Team AV. Right now, Abnoy knocking one down as well. Wow.
And there you go. We have Wills in there going in against AV Ligers, and AV Ligers not doing good at their side. We have Alforte, who's already down, and Valor in here, who was a good sniper, who's also doing great on close engagement, and Abnoy in there going in for a double kill. And we have, I'm quite surprised how they've shown us that gameplay. Wills was in there going in for those flank and for those rush and eliminating those some teams in there as well. But I think they have what it takes to go in. We'll have to find out if the remaining 10 teams will be engaging soon, or will they wait for a few more circles before everything happen, like what happened on match number 1, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And the glue walls weren't enough for Team AV Ligers at that time. The legs are actually shown, and also the players who are knocked down already were killed by Team Wells, as we now go back here to PXG Radicals, who already has 4 kills. And right now, look at the updated standings right now after match 1. As we remember, guys, Team Almighty getting that booyah together with the kill points, totaling to 19 points. Bloody Head on that second place, together with Team Schnauzer on third with 14 points. VB Desolators at fourth. Golem Wells on fifth. So I think Neptune Wells is on the right track here, trying to be consistent. The same goes with PXG Radicals.
We'll have to see more of PXG Radicals, because as you can see from match 1 standing, they were taken out at 6th place in there, and Almighty was able to dominate match number 1. But right now, I think PXG Radicals went in for the revenge, for avenging their scores, and they are on their way to go into the top if, and this is if, they will only go in on a team versus team and not being pinched by several teams in there, Cuckoo.
Yeah, and add up that luck of the circle as well, Neptune, with PXG Radicals, as we are still, I think they're still inside the circle right now, as they're trying to loot up still. At this very point of this game, almost 9 minutes in, we still have 10 teams remaining, guys, with 40 players alive. I think they're just trying to check every single compound right now, Neptune, as I think there's one team getting closer to them, which is VB Desolators. Let's see if they will engage.
Yeah, knowing Desolators, they will engage, but I'm pretty sure PXG Radicals will come back. Shots are being fired right now onto Ramiel, and trying to go into this drop. Will be getting a few loots and probably a few heal as well. And Ramiel already have the visuals, or actually the information that has been relayed to the rest of the team. We have one guy in there who went in a little bit too far from where they landed, and right now they are in this area wherein they might be battling. Oh, shots are being fired onto PXG Radicals, and Desolator, or VV Desolator right here, will be waiting for their chance to pounce on this team, Cuckoo.
Yeah, and looks like there's also another team here from above, which is Fear No One F and No. So there are so many teams at this area right now. Fear No One has the higher ground compared to Team PXG and VV Desolators. Looks like FNO is the one in charge with firing at PXG right now. Team VV Desolators, they're trying to conceal themselves, their location, so that they won't get into that early engagement. And right now, Team PXG just trying to defend themselves and maybe trying to fire back at the higher ground, which is FNL.
This is what we're talking about from the side of PXG. Though PXG, yes, their unorthodox gameplay does well against team versus team, but being pinched right now between FNO, Fear No One, as well as BB Desolators, plus the drop giving their position, they have to move out. What they're doing right now, they're moving out from their original position, getting those drops, and I think it's Barba once again in here on the motorcycle, and we know how Barba works on the motorcycle. We'll have to find out if this tactic will still work from them, as these are familiar teams from the qualifiers. VB Desolator as well as Fear No One will be battling it out on this area, Cuckoo.
Yeah, and the red zone is actually on them right now as team VB Desolators. 2 of them already taken out. PXG Radicals just showing us how well they played through the qualifier finals and might be able to eliminate BB Desolators as Ray Miel, or actually Tanamo, gets a triple kill at that point. Wow, I think there's only, one more left, which is Ninja, who's hiding behind the glue wall right now. Insanity trying to destroy that glue wall, and there you go. I found you, bro. And Team Desolators is now eliminated. Neptune, what a play.
I love the way they started the engagement. They started with a rocket launcher and they just blew up everyone inside, taking down, if I'm not mistaken, 2 from the side of Desolator, and then one at a time they are taking one of their enemies. And here we go, we have JC Jacob in there going in for the sniper against Schnauzer, but we have our focus on PXG Radicals right now, who might be going in for the fight, and gunshots has been heard. We have another team going in for the contention, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely 8 kills already in their name. PXG Radicals is close now to having that equivalent point to a Booyah. Just 4 more kills left. I mean, they can actually just end their game right now and have that 12 kills, but no, they will try to get them all. Gotta catch them all, Neptune. And right now, Barba just looking around here at the windows, trying to make sure that no one will try to push them, because there's so many teams around this vicinity where they are.
Yes, indeed. And I'm quite curious how the whole map looks, because the way I'm looking at the minimap, we have a PXG. Now, this is PXG Radicals being surrounded by 3 teams. We've seen Kiss Momo in here being shot at by Insanity, and I think it is Tyrants who is in there on the top as well, close to them. And we remember we have in there Fear No One. So who will be taken out first from this map? And I think it's PXG Radicals who might be in trouble, because they are at the edge of the circle as we see on the minimap, and they have a beach in there just on their southwest. And we'll have to find out, will anyone be moving behind them, flanking them off, and probably taking shots at them, or will they prioritize their position on to the zone? Insanity right now trying to shoot everyone who we will be seeing, and Cyborg and the rest of the teams will be able to get away despite of being shot at by Insanity. PXG Radicals are really in it, and they are on fire, Cuckoo.
Yeah, they are on fire. Blazing hot team right now. PXG Radicals, Insanity with those insane shots, even though it doesn't actually hit anybody. But right now, they're on point with everything that they do, as we see here. Wells able to actually get the triple kill. That was Abnoy getting that triple. Quadra kill. Wow.
Quadra. Oh, there you go. Wells was able to take down the bloody head in there on the other side of the map. Though we weren't able to see it, but the kill feed shows that everything. It was an exchange of battle. Like, what will be happening in here? Barba right now just passing by Tyrant, and Barba just saying tra-la-la as he goes in for this flank. Just getting the information. Tanamo in there going in for the shots. Will be backstep. The glue wall will release a double glue wall just to cover him up, and he will be healing, but will be hit from afar, from the outside. Barba was able to go in for the kill against Kismumu, but Insanity right now trying to go in for the push against Tyrant, and the glue wall plus the spear will be released, but we have Tanamo in there trying to escape, as we have the rest of the teams going in for the push. We have Wills in there on the upper right. I think they are also in the battle, but if we look at the bottom, there are 3 teams. PXG Radicals going against Tyrant, and Kismo is just waiting for their chance to go in for the fight, Goku.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams fighting right now. We have Wells fighting also on the right side of our screens. On the bottom side, we have WTS and PXG Radicals. I think Barba is the last member standing for PXG Radicals. It wasn't enough. They're just so unorthodox. Right now, I think Barba will try to get out of the way. But right now, we see here Embalor trying to snipe his way through, healing up, covering himself up with a glue wall, but he's going to be getting hit from behind there. Now with 96 HP left, able to heal up there for a little bit, but looks like he's going to try to go for that full heal because a lot of people are trying to fire away at him here. We see here Trot as well on the other side. We see Mayabang, my son, all trying to fire away at this area. But Embalor is trying to fire back. He is not afraid, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. Well, it's not just that because we have Wills in there who's in battle against, if I'm not mistaken, that's Kiss Momo, and Kiss Momo has been eliminated. We have Embalor right now who is trying to survive. We have Fear No One on the other side of the bridge, and we have the rest of the team just surrounding them as the zone is in here already closing in. We have a new kill leader on our list, and who will be going in for the win? Embalor, despite of the situation being alone on this fight, is still going in for those kills, and that will be a quadra from the side of Embalor. We have Barba in here, still not letting go of the motorcycles from, as you can see on the upper left, and still trying to survive as it's smoking. If this explodes, this might be end for PXG Radicals, but Barba will not let it go. We have Wells in there. Oh no, it's Tyrant in there going in for the kill, and Embalor trying to go in the middle and going into the water. Will he be able to survive?
Oh,
and
no.
There you go. We have Embalor being taken out from this fight, Goku.
Yeah, and Embalor just doesn't have any much cover there anymore, just the waters. But we see here Barba just trying to go around in circles, trying to fool every team that he is actually in front of, but looks like he's gonna engage there with PXG, with Team WTS rather, and PXG Radicals will get eliminated there, as we now see Team Schnauzer Andy firing at will at Team WTS. Shinox now trying to throw some throwables out here, trying to go for that gunshot fire, spray, knocking him down. Oh, 1v1, I think. This is 1v1, right?
Oh no, there's one more from behind, and there you go. Xenox will be taken down, but there's another from behind. It is Andy right now going for the rush. Andy just waited in there to go in for the push, and there you go. Andy is just raining fire, and there you go. Tyrant eliminated, and Schnauzer will be taking this second booyah as Andy go in for the MVP, followed by Narc, Snyder, and Xenox on this game, Cuckoo.
And Team Schnauzer, Andy, the MVP of this game. It's kind of unorthodox as well. He tried to get out of that circle, just trying to risk everything in order to get that booyah. But again, congratulations to Team Schnauzer, able to get that second booyah. And Phil, what do you think of that game?
Oh man, that is really, really wild. To be honest, PXG coming in blazing hot, going up against Almighty, taking down everyone. Then I'm gonna ask you guys, what just happened to Almighty, Coco?
They just got wiped out early, man. I mean, PXG Radicals probably got their revenge from the first game, and they just got wiped out early. They tried to chase them out until no one's left for Team Almighty. So that's what happened to them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Almighty tried their best, but apparently they're the one who just eliminated first. But what are your thoughts on that, Neptune? What happened to Almighty?
Well, I think it's the gameplay of PXG Radicals. We've seen how Barba survived at the end of the match, being on that motorcycle all throughout, getting the placement despite of not getting kills after 3 of their members has been taken out. That is good gameplay. Remember, PXG Radicals, with the name itself, Radicals, they are showing unorthodox gameplay, and I think Almighty is not ready for those gameplays, thus being taken out early on this game.
All right, you guys are always saying unorthodox. Well, that is true. You need to have a lot of strategies in your pocket in order for your team to survive, because once your opponents read your strats, you're over. Am I right, Neptune?
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
for sure.
I mean,
But-
that is we.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
So sorry,
mention
go on.
earlier that most of the teams in here who has been featured from the qualifiers might not have
Mhm.
anything left to
Yeah.
hide. But I think PXT Radicals still has some, thus eliminating Almighty on that fight.
Yeah, but actually, being that unorthodox has a setback as well. Because if your strat didn't pan out, your team is done. Am I right, Coco?
Yeah, definitely, and that was a risky gameplay for Team PSG Radicals, as we saw there. Only Barba was left standing at the very end of the game. It wasn't enough for them to get that booyah, but it gave them enough kills in order for them to get as much as
Yeah.
points in that second game. As we now see here, the highlights coming from match number 2.
Actually, yeah, we've seen our MVP, but aside from that player, who do you think is the other MVP of this game? Well, if you're gonna ask me, it's Abnoy from Leos. Getting that quadra is just a big. It's just that the big for his team. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely. That is big for their team. I mean,
Well,
being
apparently,
able to destroy them, 4 members or 4 kills on that match, being able to hit those kills, that is really great for Abnoy on that match, Vil.
well, actually, to be honest, Embalor is actually on fire. Despite of him being that alone, he can still kill. He can still kill a lot of players. I mean, Coco, what do you think? And what can you say about that player, Embalor?
Embalor, we've seen him going for that sniping shots. That was like flick shots going from Embalor. It was just not enough, and he was actually pinned down at this point. He was down below at this bridge. No, not much any cover. The glue walls were not enough as well, and there's gonna be the water that he needs to cross in order for him to be in that circle. So he just really had no choice there at the very end. But now we see here at this point of this game, we see Team Schnauzer together with Team WTS. It was a 2v1 at the very end, but Team Schnauzer with more players still alive, able to completely get that booyah against Lodi of WTS. And we see here Andy, the MVP for Team Schnauzer.
Well, yeah, congratulations to Schnauzer for getting that second booyah. Well, apparently, I just want to ask this. I mean, Almighty is the first team who got that booyah amongst of all of the invited teams, and next is Schnauzer, which is coming from the qualifiers last week. The question for all of these invited teams: can they keep up for all the teams out there, which is from the invited teams and the qualifiers, Neptune?
Yeah, I guess from what we've seen previously, the first 2 match, it's a way to prove yourself and probably invest on those kills as well as those points. But the first 2 match is still nothing. They have 4 more matches in here to show them what they have, and probably we'll see more from those invited teams as well as others who might be battling for the top place on this match.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Coco?
Yeah, definitely, Vil. Team AV Liger, actually, I wanna talk about them. They've been eliminated early twice in a row already now, so looks like they need to go back to their drawing board and try to find a different strategy against all these top teams that we have here. For the other teams, I think they just need to be more focused on the objectives. Again, they need to be in that circle, in that area wherein they can survive and get that booyah. Again, getting a booyah will give you 12 points. And again, this is a point system game or a point system tournament. So the most points team will get to that victory, to that prize pool. You know what I mean. So right now, I think AV Liger, they need to improve onto the next game here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you have 4 maps. You have 4 maps, and if you're gonna win all these 4 maps for AV Liger. That is really, really good for them. That is like a Cinderella story. If that will happen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, and I hope you guys are really enjoying this. And this is the Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. We have four more maps that are coming, so please just wait for that. Once again, my name is Phil. Alongside with me is Neptune and Kuku TV. We're just gonna have a very, very short break. Up next is gonna be Untitled Harry. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're now back here in the Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. My name is Phil again, your host for today, and together with me, your beautiful panel. I mean, I'm not Pedro, but I am a Vil apparently. And actually, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Vil again. That's a quick update here. And I'm with Neptune and I'm with Coco TV, your beautiful panels and your casters as well. How are you guys? I mean, we've played the two matches now. Did they meet your expectations, Coco?
Well, first of all, Team Almighty. Yep, definitely. Team Almighty basically met the expectation that I have for them. Getting that first booyah would give you a big booster at the very first, at the very start of the game or the games that we were going to have for today. Team Schnauzer, another team coming from the qualifier finals, another team that showed up on that second game, giving us the second booyah. So definitely, everyone met the expectation except for AV Ligers. They really need to improve. Hopefully, by this game, which is going to be in Kalahari, it's going to be a different type of map. A lot of sniping, a lot of long range shots.
Yeah.
And definitely, this team might want to try out a different strategy at this point.
Yeah, that's true. In terms of AV Liger, they really need to step up. They really need to do some unorthodox or like any other strategies that can like pull them off out of that 12th spot for sure. How about you, Neptune? Are you meeting your expectations here in this tournament right now?
Well, so far, well, we've seen this before. The first half of a match, usually it nothing happens. So I'm just looking for those early engagement because we've talked about this, especially in battle royale. With the point system that we have in the kill system, as soon as they go in and make those engagement count early on this fight and then progress to getting that placement afterwards, that is where they take the win, and it is not happening that much on these battle. Probably it's the way the teams are trying to avoid the early engagement and trying to survive and not really getting those aggressiveness up front.
Yeah. Well, apparently, upon checking all the top teams today, we have Almighty, Saf Deathwitch, and AV Ligers. There are the top teams here in the Philippines right now. And the question for AV Ligers is just they're really not doing anything here. Upon checking the stats, though, I'm not saying this just to like a bash or anything. It's just that is the thing that is happening right now. Game one, they got no points at all. Game number two, they really need to step up. But I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think is the best thing for AV Ligers to do for them to get some kills, for them to get some placement points or anything? Neptune.
Well, AV Ligers is more of the positioning and getting as much equipment early on. Now, not quite sure how their accuracy are because so far they've only been shown on screen on those close engagement. So far engagement, like what we've seen from the rest of the teams like Wills and Desolator, who gave us a lot of sniper shots, who were able to go in for those early kills. So that is what they need to do.
Yeah. So in just a few moments, we're going to check out the player standing. What happened to the teams? Who is the top? Who is at the bottom? So meanwhile, here for the round standing rather, is just the PXG Radicals getting the top spot with 17 points in total, followed by Tyrants, which is getting the 17 points as well. Governor Wales with 15 in total. Schnauzer getting that booyah on that round with 14 points, followed by Kalasag, Shot Legends, Kismumu, Fear No One, Bloodyhead, VB Desolators, and AV Ligers and Almighty not getting any points at all. We all know that these two teams are the top. Not the top teams though, but the invited teams here in this tourney, so they need to step up here in the round three here in Kalahari. Well, we don't want to talk about here Kalahari. Well, actually, Kalahari is the verticality in this map is just outstanding. It's just that crazy. And what do you think is the best thing to do here in Kalahari? Do you want to go to the high ground or anything, or just gonna stay low, Coco?
Well, in Kalahari, it's going to be a long range battle for all the teams here, as we saw from the previous qualifier finals. We saw Kalahari map at that time, and we saw a lot of them going for that higher ground as well. Until to the point that when the circle goes smaller and smaller, we would see teams go engage up close and personal. But right now, Vil, we are at the overall standings as we see Schnauzer getting that top number one spot.
Yeah, it's all up to the placement points that happened to the round number one and round number two. That gave them that boost for them to get that top place. But PSG Radicals on the second one with 14 points. On the round number one overall standings, Almighty getting that top spot. But apparently, what on the thing that happened in round number two, they didn't get any points at all. That's why they dropped down here in the fifth place. Well, I really want to talk about the players who's here in the 12 to the 18th place, not getting any points at all. No placement points, no kill points. And this is the seven teams that they need to step up. And apparently, if you really want to go here in the grand finals next month, you need to be at the top 12. So we can say that AV Ligers can still can still do it if we're just gonna get the points from this time. Well, actually, for Schnauzer, all they have to do is just keep on the things that they're doing, and just be consistent. And I'm actually really having so much fun whenever you say consistent. Almighty being consistent. Round number 2. They're the first one that got eliminated. I mean, for Almighty, what is the next thing that they should do in order for them not to be eliminated first, Neptune?
Well, they have to give a good position on this match. They I don't know. Is there anything else that you can go first after being the first for the booyah and being first to be eliminated? I'm not quite sure if there's anything. But Almighty needs to get early engagement right away. If they realize they lose one member, just get out of there and survive
Yeah.
for another day.
Yeah, I mean, it's all up to you. If ever that you have this chance in order for you to take down this team, just do it. Because apparently, if you took that time, I mean, just waited patiently, it is like there's a positive and a negative action for that. The positive thing is like you're gonna get kills, you're gonna get placement points as well. You're gonna secure all the skill points if ever. And if you actually waited, what if there's someone out there just waiting for you behind you? What if there's someone out there just waiting for your next move and doing some third party as well? And in speaking of third party, that is the most annoying thing ever. If you're playing here in this game, because you're up against another player like 1-on-1 or anything, then there's this team who's just trying to ruin everything. I mean, if ever you're gonna be up against all these players, I mean, just do all out and just do third party or whatsoever. It's all up to you guys. So we've seen already the booyahs of the game number 1 and game number 2. So we're now heading here in game number 3 in the sandy lands of Kalahari, and really can't wait on who's gonna get the booyah, who's gonna get the top number 1, who's gonna get the most kills, who's gonna get the MVP. So without further ado, Neptune and Cuckoo, let's go.
And here we go. The desert, the Kalahari is in here as the teams drop by on this area, and I think it's a command post wherein 2 teams will be dropping off. And I'm not quite sure, Coco, are you seeing anyone else who will be on top of each other on this drop?
Well, I can only see Team Almighty having a one team with them, which is, I think this is Bloody Hell, and this is actually BH Maute or ZJ able to actually get that first blood. And one player of Team Almighty is already out. And you know what, Neptune, talking about third party earlier on with Vil, I mean, it is really painful, even in real life, right? Having some third parties, you know what I mean?
I don't want to go too personal though, but yeah, it is painful though. I mean, you already have this set up with, like, you're in here trying to go in for the push with one, and then another one comes along, and your decision has been split up. And I'm talking about the game, Cuckoo.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about real life as well. So, I mean, having some third parties really can be an issue. But here in Free Fire Philippines Open, definitely there's going to be a lot of parties, third parties, fourth parties, and even fifth parties, as we saw from the first and second game. As looks like Team BH will try to bail out the area after getting that first blood. Looks like the X is on right now. What I mean is they're being targeted right now by the other teams, don't you think, Neptune?
Yeah, I mean, if you come in here, like for teams who are invited, the four teams who are invited, if you come in here being invited and we weren't able to fight you on the qualifiers, then you will have an X on your back. You will have a mark, a target on your back. And yes, they will be targeted. But the way I'm looking at it, Almighty right now, as Bloody Heads went in there on that fight, was able to take down one, prompted to go in and leave the scene. Almighty will be in here with left with only three members, and I think they don't want to feel the wrath of Almighty. Maybe there's something with for Almighty that they want to avoid, and that is why they just went out and flee the scene.
Yeah, getting that first booyah definitely put some X mark on your back, and looks like we have here Batman. I think he's waiting for his Robin at that small tent, but now we switch over here to Team WTS as they're still roaming around, looting around this area. There's not much of any teams right around. What do you think of this team right now, Neptune? Team WTS. Do you think they need to change up their gears and maybe change up their game mode here against all these other teams?
I don't think that WTS Tyrants need to change anything at that fight. So far, they've top Group B from the qualifiers, and then they were on the top list as well after two matches on this game. So they just need to be consistent and choose their battles. So far, Tyrant is doing good in there, and we are seeing Bloody Heads right now once again backing off from another engagement. So I think Bloody Head has a tactic in here of trying to avoid early engagement, wherein we just did mention earlier that they have to take down as much enemy as possible and then work their way up on the booyah. But not quite sure what's happening, Kuku.
And you know what? Most of the time, it is actually a really good tactic wherein you would avoid engagement because the objective of this game is to survive, right? So getting that booyah is for you to be able to get inside that circle and kill as much as people as possible around in the vicinity. So Team BH right now, I think they're doing a great job here with avoiding the engagement. I mean, they got one kill already coming off from that Team Almighty player, and right now they're just trying to get that right spot, trying to get some loots together with this team. And here again is Morgana. I really love the name.
Yeah, I just saw on kill feed. I think it's not looking good for Almighty. I think Batman has been taken down already by one of Schnauzer, and judging from those, if he will not be picked up, then they will be left with only two members, and not a good way to start match number 3 at this point, as we have AV Ligers. Oh, the team that you're looking for, AV Ligers, is going in for the fight, Kuku.
Yeah, definitely AV Ligers. Like what I said, this map is all about getting that higher ground and getting that long range kills. And right now we see them up engaged with WTS, but right now Team Schnauzer all up engaged with Team PXG Radicals. And PXG Radicals, I think they're the top team with the most kills. If you actually saw the overall standings earlier, and right now they're trying to plan on some push over to Team Schnauzer. They have some vehicles, Neptune, so they can use it as their advantage.
Yeah, I mean, they've been using it that much every game, whether it's a car, whether it's a motorcycle, they've been using those vehicles. They are using whatever they can to be able to get those kills. And right now, we have shots in here coming from both sides, and Narc right now, I'm not quite sure if Narc has seen Raymil or Insanity in there trying to peek in, but everyone is a sniper, and we've mentioned this map, Kalahari is a sniper spot for the teams.
And right now we go back here to an engagement of AV Ligers and Team WTS. Let's see if Team AV Ligers can go and improve here on Kalahari. It looks like Seiya and Pipanda is going to try to push onto the right side. The other half of the team is right above on that platform as we see WTS Aries just waiting for someone to push. So still some bit of hesitation from either of the two teams, right?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think they don't have all the position of the enemies just yet. That's why they're not going in for the engage, because as soon as they have all the information, they will be able to go in for the push. But here we go. Speaking of push, here comes Pigpada being pushed by Fear, and this is the battle from up top, and the high ground has been rushed. There you go, pushing away Fear. Fell down to the death. Seiya in here going in to finish up Fear, and Fear has been destroyed on that engagement as the rest of the teams in here. Pong will be hiding out. The zone closes in. P Panda is just waiting for them to show their faces. Pong right now is being shot at and being spammed. P Panda taking down the Pong in there, and another hit from AB Ligers right now. Going left to Seiya in there, and Tyrants. WTS
Wow.
Tyrants has been eliminated. P Panda going in for the follow-up kill, and all members are still alive, Cuckoo.
And this is what I'm talking about, Neptune. AV Ligers able to get back, able to wipe out Wolves Tyrants or WTS. And right now, looks like they are able to get back on their feet, able to get points now. Actually, they're tied already with the other team right just above them. So I think AV Ligers now has the momentum here. All they need to do now is survive. They need to get into inside that circle and survive with the other teams. And speaking about other teams, Neptune, remember PXG Radicals trying to push Schnauzer? They were not able to actually push Schnauzer just because of Team Schnauzer able to actually knock off Barba at one point. So they actually bailed out in that location. But right now, we see here Team BH Maute going for that sniping shot over to the other side, not able to get those hits. We see here again the team of Morgana.
You really love the name. I mean,
Yeah,
Morgana.
definitely,
Yeah, I
bro.
mean, the name is lovely. The name is very
Yeah,
appealing.
lovely, like me.
The lovely Cuckoo TV.
Well, Vil told us that, but right now we see here Mark just on this. I think this is a guard tower that he's in right now. Fear No One is on the right side, and on the left side we have Team Almighty, who already lost one member, and Morgana.
I mean, you're lost for words every time you see or mention Morgana. Right now, we have in here, PXG Radicals right now going in for the vehicle gameplay and going in for the drop. They are complete though. BXG Radicals is complete. I think they were able to pick up on the enemy, or they're the one that has knocked down, and they are in here. I think they're going in FNF at this fight. Will they be able to survive until the end with this tactic, Cuckoo?
Well, definitely, and right now, as we see the circle now shrinking, let's try to see, and now going at the command post. So we're gonna have a circle. We're gonna see a lot of cover for these players as we see PXG Radicals getting ready in their vehicles and now going to rotate because they're on the far right side of the whole map right now. As Ramiel, Barba, Insanity, and Tonimo will try to ride through the desert sands of Kalahari.
I think this is a good tactic from PXG Radicals. So what they're doing is they're going in onto the edge of that bigger circle before it closes, and just to find out if there will be anyone that they can target. Now they went into the edge of the smaller circle, getting into this compound and getting ready to go in for a fight, whoever might go their way. And I think it's Schnauzer who will be in here getting too close to them, and we also have a few teams who's already in there just before the zone has been revealed, Cuckoo.
Well, right now we see PXG Radicals Tonimo just waiting at the edge of I think this is the lower or the southeastern side of the circle. Insanity right just out the outside.
Ooh.
They're actually right in front of Team Schnauzer right now, and looks like they're probably going to be gate kept here. If the circle won't go into their advantage, as Narch will actually get seen there, got hit and will be taken down by Tanamo of PXG Radicals. Barba now trying to help out the cause, and I think Narch will get a revive there coming from Andy, as still they're putting the pressure in to Narch, as he's gonna get eliminated there by Insanity.
That's what I'm talking about. We have PXG Radicals in here who they already have a knockdown, and then they went in for the push, and there you go, Reno in there going in for the kill, and Schnauzer being eliminated early on to this match. They will be the second team taken down from this fight. Reno will be picked up on this game on that guard tower, and we're not seeing anyone else, but I think a few teams will be going in for their push onto PXG Radicals, hearing those gunshots and especially those vehicles as well. So the tactics might be they will be fleeing the scene, and shots are being fired from AV Ligers from the upper right corner of this screen, and we have PXG Radicals already regrouping and trying to tactic them out on this game, Cuckoo.
And I love the positioning of AV Ligers right now. They're at the topmost portion here on our spectate right down below, but on the other side we have Fear No One now getting engaged, I think, with Team Almighty, as we see here AV Ligers just sniping around the area, and that is a triple kill already for AV Ligers, as we see here Kismumu getting eliminated at 10th place. And like what I said, Neptune, AV Ligers, look at their position.
Oh! Another team has been eliminated. Almighty has been taken out already. And Kismumu in there, who went in for the third party, has been released. Oh, Fear No One, this is elimination after elimination. Shots from AV Liger, already taking down a lot of enemies. And so far, it's 11 kills already from the side of AV Ligers. They have the high ground, they have this advantage, and I think they're just alternating on shooting at this enemy. There you go, we have a Morgana, your favorite, already going in there for a triple kill, but it is AV Ligers who will take the high ground advantage, and will they be able to take the win at this point, Goku?
Well, I think they have the advantage right now. The circle is still right where they are, so all they need to do now is secure and put up that defense, as Team Wells Alforte will actually get taken out. And now PXG Radicals, Insanity trying to get in. Embalor, that glue wall won't help out, but no, he will be able to actually escape the fate. And now Insanity will try to get in as well. We're in, Team BH is right in there. Oh my goodness, Jibuya here for Team AV Ligers. Now Seiya able to get another kill. 15 kills already for AV Ligers, Neptune.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is the kills that we're looking at. This is a tournament, guys. This is the Free Fire Philippine Open, wherein AV Ligers has heard you, Cuckoo. They are in here to bring fire down onto the enemy, and we've seen that as we have only 3 teams remaining. We have AV Ligers going in, and I think Seiya is just getting too close from that member of Desolator, BB Desolator, and Bloody Heads. Oh, another takedown. We have a Mark in there being shot at, and I think Mark will be able to get away, but the rest of the teams are scattered. AV Ligers are scattered, going in for the kill. Desolator has been taken out. It's now left to AV Ligers, and Bloody Head will be taken down. AV Ligers for the booyah.
And Jaboy Wa got the MVP. AV Ligers. Wow. That's a lot of kills. How many kills did they have there, Neptune? I lost count already.
I think they're a little bit up from 16 or 17.
And adding that Booyah, which is 12 points, it's going to be around maybe 29 to 30 points already. Just basically evening things out from that 2 previous games. And maybe they are now the top number 2 or maybe top number 3 team already. All of a sudden, right, Vil?
Dude, I just want to let you know that I want to revolve the story at the AV side, okay? I mean, AV Ligers, ladies and gentlemen, is back back at it again. It's time for them to do some big retaliation, and it's time for them to wreak havoc, and it's time for them to be at the top. J-Boy, ladies and gentlemen, getting 8 kills in his pocket. I mean, actually, check the kill feeds and the kills as well. Probably they got some like 17, 15 to 17 kills, I guess. I mean, that is really huge at this game. To be honest, AV Lakers is back. Getting Tyrants down to the early stages of the game. Is this their stepping stone to get that top spot? Cuckoo.
I think it is because again they listen to us casters and to our host here, Vil. We talk about Kalahari being a map wherein there's going to be a lot of sniping shots, long range battles, and also the verticality advantage here, which they used.
Yeah.
You saw them at that very top platform. I'm not sure what that one is. I think that was a tower that they were on,
Yeah.
and there was like 3 players just waiting for the enemies going inside that zone, and they were just gatekeeping them one by one, getting those kills. As we see here, PXG versus Team Schnauzer, as Narch will get confirmed here by Team PXG Radicals. I mean, the other teams were consistent, but they were just not at the right spot, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, Neptune, I really want to know your thoughts about this. I mean, from AV Ligers, from the bottom, all towards the top of the spectrum. What are your thoughts on that, Neptune?
I want to see this story unfold. AV Ligers is in there. We just mentioned they went in donut after 2 rounds, and it's usual where in the first 2 match is more likely just a warm up for everyone else. And AV Ligers, I think they just warmed up from the first 2 match and they just rained fire from this 3rd match. And I want to see more, and I think they will be showing us more on the upcoming matches.
Yeah, that's true. The last stages of the game, AV Liger is getting that high ground, like what you've said, Cuckoo. Being a madman, shooting at the top is like some of the players can keep up on what's going on already. Neptune, am I right?
Yes, indeed. I mean, if you are stuck in there outside, no cover, and you have an enemy on high ground, you will be taken out one way or the other.
Yeah, that's true. I know some of the players out there who are watching right now wants to know on how to be better at this game. Do you have some tips on how to get good, Cuckoo? I know you have a lot of background on this matter, dude. I know you too well.
Well, I mean, for the other games, yes, definitely. But for Free Fire, it is kind of like the same as the other Battle Royale games. I mean, you have to have that objective, and you have to focus on that objective. You just have to, get all the others, out of that objective
Yeah, dude.
so that you can actually get that booyah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So there's their goal. There's their goal, and there's your focus. Just go there, dude. Go there, yeah. And just
Yeah,
leave
definitely.
everything.
Yeah, leave
even
the
your family.
enemies.
Am I right?
No, don't leave your family, bro.
Okay. All right. Because I know some person, and he said he wants to leave his family because of his goal, and he just want to focus on that thing. I mean, you know that too. Oh, it's all of our Filipino fans. You know that person too. I know. I mean, yeah. Okay. I'm just. I never thought that I'm gonna say that on stream live here in the stream too. But anyway. I mean, I'm actually enjoying everything that's happening right now. I mean, can AV Ligers keep up? Can they still do it again here in the second? I mean, here in this next half, because we've played the game 1, game 2, game 3 already. Now we're in a half time or like a half round of our tournament. Can they keep up, Neptune?
Yeah, I think they can. Not quite sure if they were given the motivational slap or they are the one giving the motivational slap to the other teams, because they just went in there from the bottom trying to run up onto the top, and we'll have to find out if there will be more from AV Ligers, and I think there is.
I mean, do you think there's something more for AV Ligers, Coco?
It's up to them, depending on the map. Because from the Bermuda and the Purgatory map, they kind of struggled,
Yeah.
so they have to find a way, like what they did in Kalahari, wherein they will have the higher ground. Maybe try to find a higher ground, maybe a mountaintop, or maybe a house, or some type of
Agree.
building where they can actually be on, and try to
Yeah.
like have the same strategy. But we are going into this next map now, Vil.
Fourth map indeed. Going back here in Bermuda, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is the Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. The question is, can AV Ligers keep up or not? So going back in this game, Coco and Neptune, let's go.
All right, Neptune, we are now going in Bermuda, the OG map, like what you just said, flying in over to the map now. Looks like the flight path comes from hangar, going right until mill. Looks like we don't have yet any teams dropping at the same spot, but I'm gonna expect here, Neptune. I'm gonna expect Team Almighty to be right there at the middle, and looks like there is one other team, which is Kismumu, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. They're playing the usual RG drops in here onto the peak, and Kismumu will be together with them. So not quite sure if they'll be kissing them goodbye, or will it be the reverse? Will Kismumu take out Almighty at this point? So far, Almighty is not showing us that much from match number 2 as well as match number 3. But no, here we go. Kismumu has already fled the scene, and they will be moving in onto the other side of this hill. The peak right now is what we are talking about, the high ground that we mentioned earlier that they need to take advantage, but it's a different gameplay, especially in Bermuda, as there are different compounds and tactics as well. And Coco, we have in here the rankings from match number 3.
And look at the points. Coming from AV Ligers, 29 points. So we really did good with the math there, Neptune. 29 points for AV Ligers. Definitely, they will be on the top, maybe top 5 teams in our overall standings. But Bloody Head going with that 14 points at second. VB Desolators getting 12, and PXG Radicals really consistent with 11 points at fourth.
Yes, indeed, consistency is the key. I mean, not quite. I'm not sure if we're going to say consistency is the key with PXG Radicals, because they've been out in there outside the rule book. I mean, I'm not talking about the rules of the tournament, but the rules of engagement. They are using different tactic, and here we go. We have WTS, a Tyrant going in for the kill, and we have Fear in there for the first blood. And I think this will be the start. But the rest of the teams, the way I'm looking at it, the rest of the teams are moving away from the side of WTS. And do you think they will be pushing back on Tyrant at this point, Koku?
Well, definitely, I think no, because that was a really good shot there coming from Wolves Tyrants, or WTS. And you know how hard that is, Neptune? Like that sniping shot from a far distance? You know how hard that was?
I'm not really a good sniper, especially in Battle Royale. So yeah, I would say that is hard. That is difficult AF.
Yeah, definitely. It will be difficult. I've tried, playing this game for maybe a month now, and definitely that was a really difficult shot made there, coming from one of the players of Team Wolves Tyrants. But now we switch back here to Team Schnauzer, as again one of their players got killed, which is Narch, and we still have Andy, Shanox, and Schneider still alive. Again, just just under 4 minutes into this game, we still have 46 players alive, 12 teams remaining. Nobody is yet to be eliminated. So right now, Neptune, what do you think Team Schnauzer's next plan now is?
Well, the way I'm looking at it, they will be hanging in onto the edge of the map, edge of the circle, and they need to get their compound. The way Schnauzer is working, they just get their position in a compound, making sure that they have good vantage point against the opponent and not rush in as early. As soon as they go in into the open and do that engagement, Schnauzer might have some difficulty. And with the red zone in here on top of them, they need to go faster. They will be backing off. They want to go into the edge because they don't want to be hit, especially dying out of that zone and clearing out. A hit in there from Alforte against Hive, and I don't know where Alforte came from, but Ninja right now moving like a ninja, trying to go away, and there you go, Balor going in for the kill against Wankai Desolator. A BB Desolator with only 2 members in here trying to move away, but I think Ninja might be in the path of AV Ligers, and Ninja might be in trouble, and Saber right now with only a few HP. Not quite sure if BB Desolator will be able to survive, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. And Team VB Desolators down with 2 players left really early in this game. So most definitely for the later stages, they will have a hard time with only 2 players. Saber just down to very low HP right now. He needs to heal up. Ninja is just running onto the opposite side where the enemies are at, just trying to run with that pan. I think he's going to try to drop down some heals here. I think probably for his teammate.
Yeah, I mean, if that is the tactic in there, moving away and then waiting for their teammate to rush in on that side probably would be a tactic for Ninja, and not quite sure. Maybe Ninja has some ninja moves hidden somewhere. Shots are being fired right now from the side of AV, and there you go, your boy you are right now going in against Wills, and Wills just moving, no cover just yet. Not quite sure if they have some glue wall available from their side, but yeah, they were able to go into the building and avoid those shots. But Seiya is not stopping until one of their teammates or one of Wills will be taken down, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, AV Ligers on the screen as we see here, their Kingsman from FNO now engaged with Gizmumu. Cyborg actually able to get some kills as well on the other side. So I hope that we could actually see the engagement here coming from FNO and Team KSM. And looks like WTS will also go for that third-party action. And this is the third party that we're talking about earlier on, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. I mean, this might be an advantage for WTS Tyrant, as they are the ones third-partying. And there you go. We have shots after shots after shots. And we have Kiss Mumu Pain being taken down in there. Ares for the kill. Ares right now healing up a little bit. Will try to go in for the flank. And not quite sure if there's anyone else in there from the opposing team. Oh, Kiss Mumu is from above. And Fear No One will be eliminated in there. Kiss Mumu still on that objective of eliminating Fear No One from this fight, but it is WTS Tyrants right now who is on that objective as well, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. It was actually Schnauzer. Team Schnauzer went for that fourth party, able to eliminate the last guy of Team Fear No One. And right now, still under pressure here is Wolves Tyrants or Team WTS. And right now, Lodi, together with his teammate Ares, they're trying to push in now through these glue walls that is just gatekeeping them from getting inside, and they're not able to get in. They need to. Oh, look at what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, they're building up the glue wall in there, making sure that no one rushed them. And there you go, Fear in there, going for the backstab. And Kismumu is in there, losing 1 member at a time. And there you go, we have Kismumu Aoki being taken down. And it's now left to Cyborg. The glue wall will be released. And we have a Cyborg in there being chased by Lodi right here. Lodi right now for the shots. And another one from afar. Lodi will be in there trying to go in on a 1v1. Will Lodi be able to go in and take down Cyborg at this point? I think Lodi is being shot at from afar as well, and it is coming from Almighty, if I'm not mistaken. And we have, oh no, it is coming from Schnauzer in there. Almighty and a different team will be on the other side, and we have Almighty going in for the shots against who's next, and Batman taking those hits, and Almighty, I think they are coming back. 4 kills already on their list, on their team, as we have WTS Tyrant also with 4 kills for their team. Will they be able to bring it back on the top of this list, Cuckoo?
Well, let's go ahead and see when this game goes to a close. But talking about Team Almighty Neptune, they're actually not going right at the middle right now. They're trying to go at the edge, trying to go for that third-party action. I think they're on the chase here onto the other teams. But we see here Team Wolves Tyrants, WTS, Batman here, trying to fire some gunshots over. I think they're currently engaged with AV Ligers right now. Seiya will try to run as far as he could. Will get hit there by the sniping shots coming from Batman, and he's going to be down to low HP. He does have some heals there, Neptune, so the question is, will he survive here?
That is a very risky gameplay coming from Seiya, and they're staying outside of the circle just to get away from Almighty. But Almighty will be pushed in as they go. They only have 41 seconds before the next circle closes in. And Almighty right now is still surviving. 4 members, 4 kills. And will they be able to make it to the top? They are not in the middle of the zone. They might be tired in here running around and trying to avoid the enemies. And the way I'm looking at it, Cuckoo, Pochinok once again is in the middle of the circle, and three teams are in there. We'll have to find out. Will the winners come from those 3 teams, or will there be anyone who is rushing in onto the circle?
Yeah, Pochinok is the meta right now in the circle, as it is going at that spot again. 3 teams already at this city of Pochinok. There's gonna be an airdrop here coming from Team WTS, able to replenish and get some items here for them, and they're just waiting. They're just waiting for the others to actually come in to get into their houses and try to eliminate them. But right now, all the other teams are just trying to get in position as well. Kiss Mumu and Team Schnauzer is right in Pochinok. So the question now is, will they be patient enough to wait until the next circle or until the next phase comes in?
We'll have to find out. Oh, Cyborg is going solo right now, as WTS Tyrant is, yeah, they have been aggressive early on, but right now they're waiting. Probably they haven't seen Schnauzer from the other side of this compound, as Schnauzer has the patience. They only went in for a few shots early on that engagement, but I don't think their position has been revealed just yet. WTS might not have any idea that Schnauzer is on that other side.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like Team WTS getting those drops, able to actually get a Groza. That's one of the guns that I like in this game. And right now, looking at the circle, we might see another Pochinok circle here, but there are some teams coming from the northern side. Look at the, I think this is AV Ligers coming from the outside of the zone.
We'll have to find out how that unfolds. There's a 1 in there just waiting up north, and 2 are being shot at, and 2 members in there. 2 members will be regrouping from that north side of the circle into that building, into the peak, as the rest will be going in for the push on to the zone. Now we have a Schnauzer right here, still patient, and Schneider, knowing the tactic of Schneider will be going in probably on the high ground and sniping anyone who shows their face, and they are heading over straight onto the other side, higher ground on this smaller circle. I think they'll be able to take these shots. Ooh, Abnoy in there. No, it's a 40 in there who was able to go in for the kill, but Abnoy did help. And Wheels right now, despite of being out in the open, are still making those shots. Blue Wall will be released in there, and it's AV Ligers as Embalor is just scouting in here from the other side. And here we go. Wheels was able to secure their position on this map, and they might be going in against AV Ligers, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. Right now we have PXG Radicals up against Bloody Heads. CJ will be eliminated there as PXG Radicals pushing in. We have here Morgana and Maute trying to defend themselves. Barba trying to quietly push in here, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. And we have in here Barba, who will be hit by Morgana in there with that. Oh no, it's Morgana who went in for the grenade. It's not a shot. And there you go. It's only left to Ramiel right here, trying to survive, trying to go in for the pickup. The grenade are still being rained down on them. And there you go. Ramiel was able to go in for the pickup against Tanamo. And Ramiel trying to go in for the flank. We have Mark in here from above, being the target of PXG Radicals, Maute and Morgana. On the other side, we have a Mark right now. I think he has been spotted by Ramiel, but he dare not to show him his face just yet because they are underpowered in here. The numbers game might take them over as the zone is as well. And there you go. Tanamo will be taking out Ramiel, trying to go in for the rush. Glue wall after glue wall, trying to go survive, but double vector from the side of Maute. And there you go. PXG Radicals will be taken down.
And bloody heads getting that wipeout. Team PXG Radicals was just pressured like outside the zone, so they didn't really have no choice but to push in. So the glue walls are kind of effective there, but it wasn't enough for PXG Radicals. As we see there on the kill feed, AV Ligers, I think able to eliminate maybe just killed off 3 players of Team Almighty, and right now Lodi just spraying away from the far side. Schnauzer pinned down. Oh, but he's gonna be taking the hit there as Mark from Bloody Heads sees the head. And now Pong will try to help out the cause here for Team Wolves Tyrants.
And here we go. So Wheels right now is in there as Schnauzer is being shot at from below. They are also being shot at from above. Alforte for those kills. And Schnauzer with only Xenox alive, if I'm not mistaken, will be in there trying to pick up the rest of the teams. Abnoy right now is just on the lookout as 2 members. It's Kleb and Embalor going in on those sniper hits. The tactic that they have brought from Kalahari is being used right now, and they are moving into the sides. Oh, AV Ligers will be taken down, and Schnauzer as well, as we have a Truck My Son in there going in for that kill. Now, Wills and Ninja right here. We saw Ninja early on trying to survive with another member. It is Saber, and they are still alive as the 7 teams are in here trying to go in and close in onto the smaller circle, Coco.
Yeah, definitely. And right now we see from the bottom side, Team Wells versus Team Almighty 2v3 or 4 situation here. Now gonna be pushed by Kleb, Abnoy, and Embalor. Alforte will actually go for the push as well. And right now, Team Almighty Shira try to defend together with his teammate, but looks like Almighty will get obliterated out there. And triple kill coming from Cyborg, from Kiss Mumu. And right now, on the above side angle here, BB Desolators now getting engaged here, going for that third-party action, but no, they will be eliminated also, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. We have, Kismumu also taken down. Oh, we're now left to 3. Bloody Head has been taken down. Wills already dominating, and my son of Thrust Legends right now trying to, or barely surviving, as we have WTS Tyrant from the side. There's a lot of gameplays being done, and my son might be the next one who will be taken down, being solo. And there you go, Truck Legends will be taken down. It's now left WTS Tyrant as they go against Wills from the high ground. Wills right now have a good advantage of the combat, but the zone is closing in, and they are just on top of each other. We have a Killer and Alforte in there being taken out here right now on the rampage, and only a few members left, and there goes the fear. All right now losing that blue wall, being shot at by Abnoy, and Lodi will be taken down. Tyrants will be eliminated. Here comes another booyah.
And wow, Klebs getting that MVP. Wells with the 3rd or the 4th booyah for this day. And wow, go Vilam Wells. I don't know what I don't know what it means, Neptune. Do you know what it means?
I don't know.
The name
all I
of
have
the team?
all I can say is wow for this team after that battle.
Wow and Wheel indeed in this team right now. To be honest, I really want to talk about Govila and Wheels. I mean, I really love the position of Wheels a while ago. It's all about the high ground for them, bros. I mean, their position is just that crazy, getting that high ground already, sniping people at the bottom, getting kills one by one, storming Almighty at that house. What can you say about the playstyle of Wheels? It's just crazy, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, Will's in there. They're here going in for aggressive. They have seen from the first three matches that no one is being aggressive enough, and Will's in here just went in on that aggressive side of this game, and thus was able to go in for those plenty of elimination kills as well as the booyah.
How about you, Kuku?
Well, I love how Wales boxed in Team Almighty there at the very end of
Yeah.
the game, of the very last moments of the game. They boxed in Team Almighty, and then VV Desolators went for that third party action. They knew that they were just right there engaging with Team Almighty, but then again, Wales able to actually defend themselves and able to get that position.
Yeah.
And if Wales lost that fight against VB Desolators, most definitely VB Desolators might get that booyah instead of them.
Yeah, that's true. I really want to point out Desolators as well. Just trying to stay at that corner, trying to do that third party, I guess. And the problem there is it just didn't pan out. Well, this is the second time that they will play this map again. They should have read their opponent's strategies for sure. Some teams still got low points, but in terms of momentum, who do you think has it, Neptune?
The way I'm looking at it, AV Ligers is building their momentum up until I think this will work until to the last matchup. Tyrant as well is doing a great job staying on top of the teams and winning those engagements. So I think those teams as well as PXG Radicals, though they had a good start, they are moving down a little bit on their tactics. I think they need to bring out another tactic from their books.
Yeah, that's true. At the last two maps that will be played later, are we gonna see new team? Cuckoo.
Well, right now, Bill, I'm not sure if we're gonna see another team will get that booyah, but again, I've actually searched for Gobilam. What does it mean? I'm kind of curious with the name. It actually represents versatility, enthusiasm,
Yeah, me too.
agility, and unconventional methods. So probably they use their unconventional gameplay to be able
Yeah.
to get that win. You know what? Right?
Yeah, unconventional gameplay, unorthodox play style, and unknown team name as well. So hopefully our audiences out there can help us on what Gotham Wheels means. But apparently, it's all about utilities on the side of Bloodyhead a while ago, wiping PXG Radicals right at the bat. What can you say about the effectivity of utilities in a BR game, Neptune?
I mean, seeing that grenade throw and eliminating two
Yeah,
of the
dude.
teammates. Oh my god, despite of having a wall that is two wall in front, but Morgana was able to throw in a grenade and eliminate two of the opposing team, thus bringing the advantage to their side.
Yeah, that's true. How about you, Kuku? I mean, the effectivity of utilities in a BR game.
Well, utilities in a BR game is definitely important because it can be used in late game. It can be used when you go engage with other teams, and definitely when you mention Morgana, definitely it will be important. Yeah, definitely.
We've just seen, ladies and gentlemen, the four maps here in this tournament right now. Once again, this is Free Fire Philippines, Philippines Open. We are your casters. My name is Phil. Alongside with me is I'm your host. Well, your caster is actually Neptune and Cuckoo. And next map is gonna be Purgatory. We're just gonna have a very, very short break. See you later. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here in the Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. I'm your host. My name is Phil. Alongside with me is the handsome Cuckoo TV and the handsome as well Neptune. I mean, I'm really enjoying all these four matches that we've been watching ever since 2 hours ago, I guess, or like an hour, like 2 hours maybe. I mean, I'm actually really that surprised that all these matches are really that fast. All these fast gameplays are really that top notch, and it's really up to you if you can keep up. Well, after all these four matches, what can you say about the team so far, Neptune?
Well, so far we've seen the comeback that we're waiting for. Comeback Israel from the side
Yeah.
of AB Ligers as they went in from zero to a lot of points. Technically, we don't have the actual
Yeah,
numbers, but
that's
I'm
true.
pretty sure it will be shown later. But there you go. It's AB Ligers who's taking the spot, and Wills is in here already taking the match for match number 4. They've also shown us great gameplays and was able to move up on this game as well, Bill.
It's all about the kill points in the side of Govilam Wheels, getting that 16 kill points last round, yeah, with a total of 28 points, and with that Booyah as well, followed by Tyrants with 18 points. Bloody Head without utility power, without grenade power, giving them a total of 12 points with 5 kill points there. Shot Legends with 11 points, Kiz Mumu with 10, followed by Almighty with 8 points, VB Desolators. They really need to get that edge in order for them to take down Govilam Wales and Almighty a while ago, but didn't really pan out. Give that 6 points. AV Ligers with 4, Schnauzer with 4, PSG Radicals with 2. Kalasak, who's next? And Fury No One needs to step up too, because you didn't get any points at all here in this round right now. Well, here in this tournament, you need to step up every round. You need to get more points from your teams in order for you to get that 12. I mean, top 12, in order for you to be at the grand finals. But he here. Here are the overall standings of our day. Wills getting that top spot already with 60
Ooh.
points total, 32 kill points, and 28 placement points. That 16 kill points give them really a big boost of confidence, a big boost of morale in order for them to get that top spot. Meanwhile, Bloody Head getting that 43 points. Tyrants with 41, PSG Radicals with 36, followed by AV Lagers with 33, Schnauzer with 33 as well, together with Chop Legends, Almighty 32, VB Desolators with 31, Kalasagu's next with 19, Keys Mumu with 16, and Fear No One with 14 points. 4 rounds already, 32 kills. That is like I'm really bad at math though. It's like you're averaging in like probably it's
8.
hard, man. It's hard. 8, maybe 8. Yeah, it's 8. It's 8. I mean, math is hard. That's why I'm host. That's why I'm here in esports. Not not a math major, dude. Well, apparently, yeah, we've seen the overall standings already. I mean, getting 32 kills after 4 rounds here in this tournament, and you're going to be up against all these top teams all around the Philippines. I mean, that is actually really really huge. What do you think is their factor of getting those kills, getting high points? What do you think is their like their stepping stone, or there's something to look forward to for them to be at the top, Neptune?
Well, the way I'm looking at it, Wales just didn't go in for that final engagement. They went into engagement early on, and they were able to pick a few enemies. Just that's one reason why they were able to build up their kill points. Now, the way I'm looking at, they went in from the second round, or for the second match, they went in on fourth. So I think they're being consistent on their gameplay. So Wales might be our next our next top teams in here up after the fifth match.
And I'm actually kind of curious about this. I mean, for round one, Booyah Almighty got it for round two. Boy, it's Schnauzer for round number three, and round number four is the respective teams. But apparently, whenever you're gonna get that booyah on this round, it's like under the next round, ladies and gentlemen, you're like being at the bottom of the spectrum. Like I have no idea why. You have that momentum, and you need to keep that up. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the fifth map already. Going back here in Purgatory, Casters, I know you guys are really hot for this. Let's go.
Yes, indeed. And here we go. Very hot at a purgatory, just nearing hell. And here comes the flight from the teams. We have teams already jumping in Ski Lounge, and we have the Forge also getting too close from this side of Ski Lounge, wherein this might be the first team who might see engagement. But no, it is in the middle of the map where we are seeing Almighty right now, and Kismumu is already on gunshots. We'll have to find out, Kuku, who will be taken out first.
And I think Chris Mumu has one more team right with them, and this is actually going to be PXG Radicals. We see here Payne trying to loot up for the meantime, as Xmon X also trying to do the same, but I think Payne already got the guns that he needs, and now he's all up engaged. Now Barba is already down on half HP. He needs to get that heal. Ramiel now trying to go for that PvP view, but now Xmon X will get taken down. Now see here Payne. Payne needs to go for that backup. Xborg, or Cyborg rather, will get taken down also. Another one, and first blood gets Momo will get taken out. PXG Radicals. Who's the boss now, Neptune?
Yeah, I mean, not quite sure what the tactic of Cyborg in there. Just went in there and was shot, losing one of the member of Kismumu, thus being eliminated. So I think it's a loss of communication of who's up and who needs to be picked up. If I was Cyborg at that moment, I won't be going in up that stairs because there's a lot of engagement, and being early on this fight, I don't have much utility on this game. PXG right now was able to go in for the elimination against Kismumu. Another team might be nearing them, and we might see another engagement on this spot. Almighty right now going in onto the edge of the zone or on this beach, and trying to get compound to compound and trying to avoid any early engagement because they want to go in for that fight and they want to take another booyah on this game.
And I think Team Almighty already learned from the two games that they actually got killed really early. And I remember that was game 2 and game number 3. They are really avoiding all of these other teams from the previous match as well in Bermuda. And right now they're getting engaged here with PXG Radicals. And if you talk about PXG Radicals, Neptune, they will not back down and, try to run away. They will fight you until you are gone from the game.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they have shown us really what guys, you've been hearing, for those of you watching right now, you've been hearing us talk about an orthodox tactic. This is something that is out of the normal, out of the ordinary, and we've seen a lot of out of ordinary tactic from PXG Radicals, and I think it's because they know a lot of ordinary, the usual, the basic tactics, thus they just know how to push anyone with only that knowledge. And PXG Radicals doing a great job, was able to eliminate, and I don't think anyone was taken down from the side of PXG. Yeah, no one was taken out from the side of PXG Radicals after that fight.
Yeah, and they basically defended themselves really well with that first engagement, not losing one of their members. So this would only mean that they're going to be a full man squad going into the middle game and onto the end game. So right now they're just trying to collect things up, loot things around. They try to scare off Team Almighty earlier on, but right now their objective right now is to get that booyah.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they were able to go up in their ranks, but so far their consistency is not really they're losing their consistency. Usually PXG Radicals are going in for those kills, moving up to the ranks despite of not getting a booyah, but right now they're being left down in their in the middle of our ranking. So we'll have to find out more what other tactics or will PXG Radicals be able to make it to the top of this game. Now, Almighty is in there, was able to come back a little bit after that 2 rounds wherein they were taken down early, but we'll have to find out more. So far, we haven't seen the rest of the teams just yet, but I'm pretty sure as soon as the engagement ensues or unfolds, they will be shown on our screen and we'll be seeing their battle.
And Team Almighty probably got a little bit too excited when they got that first booyah, so they went down early on those 2 games after the first booyah. But now it looks like they're on their heads right now is to make sure that they don't get killed early and to be able to get in position like what they did in the first game. But right now we see here PXG Radicals. I think they're trying to hunt some teams right now. They're done looting around. They're done playing the games. They're now here to win that booyah and eliminate everybody. But now looking here at Team Schnauzer Snyder, just running around at the hilltop here together with his teammates. I'm not sure where they're going, but I think they're trying to get that higher ground here, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, the high ground is in there. Oh, and they have in there. I guess this is where they're going. We have Fear No One, and they're being sighted by Snyder. And knowing Snyder, he will go in for the push despite of being alone, and will try to break down Fear No One as soon as the rest of the team comes in to the rescue. And there goes Snyder right now, I think making a mistake of deploying that glue wall, but will be backing off with the team. And we have Andy right now on high ground trying to snipe his way from above. But I think we have the rest of the teams in here all ready for battle despite of the trees that's covering this team. Snyder is not letting go of those gunshots, Cuckoo.
Yeah, Snyder just spraying away those Hail Mary shots. He's not really sure if it's gonna hit someone, but he's gonna fire anyways, right? So right now, we see here Team Bloody Heads now up engaged with VB Desolators, and VB Desolators just having a hard time with that consistency as one of their players got taken down already. Bloody Heads just spraying down all over Team VB Desolators. They're kind of a disadvantage, Neptune, because they're down on the lower ground right now.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, they only have one compound covering them, and we have Maute in here who's already taken the high ground together with ZJ. Will be joined by ZJ. I think that will be the seal from Bloody Heads as they want to take down Desolators, and Mark was able to flank in on near VB Desolators, and Saber might be spotted in here and will be pushed as soon as he will be sighted in here by Mark, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. Mark here just on top of this hill. All of the other teammates are just right behind him, as we see now Maute together with Mark, CJ, and Morgana. And right now, Team Desolators just right down below. They lost already some members, as on the kill feed, Schnauzer and Fear No One, I think that was Kingsman, got eliminated there. And looks like they're just right beside each other right now. Darkfire and Iceman is stuck right now in this house.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Iceman has nowhere to go. Darkfire is in there, also pinch in the corner. And this is a smart move. Only one member is going in first on the push. The rest will be following, trying to get the information. And Iceman is being sighted in. Shot, but Darkfire was able to go back against Narc. And there you go. We have Narc right now, or Cenox right now, going for the push. And here comes Fear No One eliminated from this match. Schnauzer in there going in for that hard push. Ooh, I think they are on fire.
Yeah, they are on fire as Fear No One. I think they hit the brick wall right now because they're not really having a really good time right now in this group A and B matchup. As we see here, CJ now spraying away over to Barba. Not getting the full hits there, but able to get Barba's HP down to half. And right now, Team Bloody Heads just committing at this position. Nobody's gonna take our position. This is ours. This is Morgana's house, baby.
But the thing is, their position is really what do you call this? Risky. It's a good thing that that drop from the red zone was a little bit too far from them. This or otherwise, it might take down 3 of their members. They were scattered in here on this area on that red zone as they take shots against that opposing team. But here we go. We have Bloody Heads right now, who is regrouping already on this guard tower, looking for anyone who can be shot. But I think ZJ is a little bit too excited going into the edge, and another member will be in there being sighted as well. The UAV has been deployed from the sides of Wheels, and here we go. Push is on. It is who's next in Wheels and Funky right now. Going for the rush. We have Hawkeye in the middle, and there you go. Shotgun kill coming from Hawkeye, taking on Abnoy, and Hawkeye is in there trying to move in onto the other house. We have Red right now going for the push, and I think we have who's next. Who will be dominating this area, Cuckoo?
Yeah, and Wells not able to actually get it done. I think they're not ready for prime time right now against team Who's Next, Kalasag Who's Next, and looks like they're gonna try to loot up the bodies here of the members of Wells who got eliminated there. But now switching over here to AV Ligers, they've been quiet now ever since that Kalahari. I think Bermuda and Purgatoria is not really their map, in my opinion, Neptune.
Well, it looks like it, unless they've shown us great gameplay from Bermuda and Purgatory. Then that is, or Kalahari, then that will be what do you call this? A note that they can be anywhere and take down anyone. But here we go. We have Bloody Heads in here still scouting this area from the high ground. Maute still taking this guardhouse. And we have Barba in there a little bit too far. They moved up from a different position because they don't want to be shot at by Bloody Heads at this point, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely, as Wells will get eliminated there, as this team Desolators will eliminate them. Their last guy is out, so we still have 9 teams remaining here in this game. 12 minutes now has passed here overall, and now AV Ligers still at the same spot here. Same goes with Team Bloody Heads. Now Team Almighty, still all 4 is alive, but right now they are currently scouting Wolves Tyrants right now, who is in that, I think that was a warehouse where they're in right now. So let's just wait and see how Team Almighty will try to engage with them, as they're trying to go for that pot shots as well, Neptune.
Yeah, I mean, they are trying to, I think they already have information that another team is in there. They're just trying to go in for those pot shots, and hopefully they'll be able to flush them out and they will have a better view of the enemies. Here we go, Almighty right now. I think they are rushing in onto this next zone, and the way I'm looking at it, if you look at the minimap right now, they're just staying on the edge of the circle. As soon as it is shown on the map, they are getting themselves in position and they're moving up and up into this high ground, and hopefully they'll be able to get their a better position and get back. But Schnauzer is in there getting near them, and it's still unaware, unsure if they have spotted Almighty in this area.
And on the kill feed, we saw their Team AV Ligers able to eliminate some players coming from Team PXG Radicals. I think PXG Radicals was in rotation and just not able to actually get it done with the rotation, able to get gate kept by AV Ligers. Still at the same spot is Team Bloody Heads, but we see here Insanity right down below Neptune. Let's wait and see what he will do here.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, knowing BXG, they know the position of Bloody Heads right here. All they have to do is get that, or just to be sure of that information, relay that for their teammates. And PXG, the way I'm looking at it, there's only 2 or 3 members from their team. So I'm quite curious as how they will get back against Bloody Heads at this point. Bloody Heads has a high ground. They have a better positioning as well as the weapons. But the question is, will PXG be able to take them out before the next zone?
Oh, and on the kill feed, we have Wolves Tyrant Sphere able to drop one down here from Team Trot Legends. My son now trying to make sure that Wolves Tyrants will not be able to push their position, as right now the goo walls are now being thrown out. Ooh. Oh, the nade! And he will be taken down, Neptune. What a throw.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the grenade gameplay has been shown so much on this match. And there goes the backstab by MJ. And they're going in for the kill, but MJ will be taken out by Pong. We have JC Jacob in here from Trot Legends trying to survive this area of the zone. You don't want to rush in that quickly because WTS Tyrant might go in for the push. It's a 1v3 battle, and there you go, JC Jacob in there going in for the shots plus the ghoul wall, but Jacob will be taken down, and there goes Trot being eliminated from this match.
Yes, definitely. Trot Legends not able to actually get in that circle. And right now we see here Morgana just spraying away over the team Bloody Heads. And now we see here Seiya now pushing in. CJ now trying to run away. Maute still at the guard tower. Now trying to defend himself with 2 or 3 players of AV Ligers. He will be taken down. Now Morgana will try to push in. Going for that shotgun. Kills. But he will be able to get taken out as well. Oh my goodness, Neptune. What a play there.
Yes, indeed. Well played indeed. I mean, Bloody Heads in there has taken their time staying in that area. As we have AV Ligers who are really up for blood. They want to build up on their points and get back onto the top spot of this game. And on the other side, we have Schnauzer right now going into the edge, but will be eliminated in there. And AV Ligers in there going for the kill as well. From who's next? We have Jeb Boywa in here already taking the kill feed, and we have AV Ligers back at it again. On the other side, we have Tyrants going against Almighty, who will go down first on this fight. Pong right now trying to survive. We have Ares right here trying to move on, and there you go. Tyrant was able to eliminate Almighty on this game. We are now left with 3 teams, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely an AV Liger showing us that they are not just good in Kalahari map, as we now see here. Pipanda trying to destroy the glue walls, being thrown down by the other teams. We still have, I think, 2 more teams remaining, if I'm not mistaken. And this is between Wolves Tyrants and AV Ligers. It is a 4v4 situation here, Neptune.
Yes, indeed. I mean, this will be a close one. We'll just have to find out who will survive, who will be dying out. And there are no excuses at this point. You have to fire, you have to shoot, you have to throw all utilities at them. Otherwise, you're going to lose. We have Pong right now healing up as we're being hit. We have Ares as well. They're gathering up in here, losing the glue wall, and will be hit by that. I think it's a grenade or rocket launcher in there. And we have Seiya who's still surviving. And there you go. The kill, and we have AV Ligers for the booyah.
And Jeboy Wa. I love the character of Jeboy Wa as well, but you know what? He's the MVP of this game, and congratulations on getting that booyah for this 5th game. So we're down. Neptune, we're down to our last and final game, which is going to be the next Kalahari match. And Vil, what an exciting match we had.
What an exciting match indeed. I mean, upon checking the playstyle of these players, it's just really that unusual. A lot of questionable gameplay, but as long as it's working, it's fine. I think being that unorthodox is working, Neptune.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, most teams are in here. There are fixed to one tactic. They either go in for the push or stay on the edge of the zone. But switching over from time to time, that gives them a different options based on the situation that they are in.
For PSG Radicals, they're just doing the same thing that they did last round, which is that just gonna go all out, finding someone to kill. I mean, being that a madman, and that gave them that a booyah last round. Well, Coco, do you think doing the same thing all over again will work?
Yes, it will. I mean, it's gonna be 50-50 though, Bill, because the other teams will be able to read how you play your game. But looking at the highlights here, you can see that being so aggressive with PXG Radicals would really work, especially in the early stages of the game, as they were able to get that first wipeout. But during the mid game and the end game, I think they're probably tired already. So I think they might want to try to tone it down a bit.
For them being tired, I mean, it's all about how long you can stay at this big team fights for sure. It's all about how fast your finger's gonna move in every match and every game they're gonna do. But apparently, if you're no one, again, one of the first teams to get eliminated, which is actually really bad if you're playing at this caliber. Do you think they still have a chance that they will come back in the last round, Neptune?
Well, judging from the tactics of Fear No One, they're more of waiting and long-range engagement. But on the near engagement, especially in the latter part of this tournament, they are really losing it. They're really losing it probably because, as Kuku mentioned, they might have been tired, or probably they don't have any tactics left anymore. They've shown it on the qualifiers. They are showing it right now on this league stages, but hopefully they have more as the day goes along.
Well, Wheels just got eliminated fast again. Like what I said, which is really happening right now. If you will win a round, we are expecting that that team will be eliminated fast. Why is it like that, Coco?
Well, I'm not really sure why they're having a hard time at this stage of this game. I mean, this is the 5th match. Probably it's fatigue as well, is what I'm talking about. Being tired with playing so many games, especially prior going into this tournament. You know, they played so many maybe practice games, scrimmages, and now they're in the big stage. As we saw, AV Laggers in that highlight, able to get that second booyah of the day. And I'm kind of surprised that they're going to be able to get 2 booyahs in one day.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is the thing I really want to point out. AV Liger is getting that momentum, swarming that watchtower, taking down anyone at their path, getting that higher ground advantage at the last stages. Maybe we can say that this is the start of something big for them for sure. It's like we have this saying, started from the bottom, now we're here at the top. I mean, I added some tweaks of that. I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Actually,
Some
well, for
some Bill
AV
remix.
Ligers, I mean, this. Yeah, dude. I mean, this is kind of something new and big for them for sure. They really can't wait on what's going to happen here at the last map, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we're going to go back to the sandy lands of Kalahari. So, are they going to get this again? Is their momentum will be at this map, or some team will slap them into their face and no, we're going to get this for this round and we're going to be at the top? Well, upon checking the kill feeds, by the way, it's just 16, I guess. It's just 16 maybe is the top kill point so far. But let's see what's going to happen here in the last map, ladies and gentlemen. This is actually really new for them. We have a lot of verticality. We have a lot of high ground advantage. Maybe you can go at the maze or like any something new in order for you to get some free kills or not. Or maybe just try to stay safe with your pod shots or like pre-fires, just not to get some placements and just to be safe in this place. Well, apparently last game, last map, Cuckoo Neptune, let's go.
Let's go, Neptune.
And here we go. We have Kalahari right now, and the teams are already fighting in. This is the last and final game for today, and I hope everyone is ready. So far, guys, out of the 5 matches, Kuku, out of the 5 matches, we've seen different tactics from most of the team, and I think this is the round, this is the match wherein most of the teams will give it all. They want to stay on the top ranks of this tournament, and they will be giving it all. They will be coming back. But the question is, who will stay at the top? As we see the fight right now in here, we have shots after shots. Fear in there, going in for the first blood, and Fear No One is in trouble. Kingsman will be following, and there you go. The first blood, it is Goku.
Yes, indeed. And right now, Fear No One still struggling, Neptune, as now ZK Prince will get pushed here by Lodi. Surprising Lodi, but I am not surprised. you will get taken down. Iceman from afar. Just look at that rapid fire shots over to Pong as Iceman is the last member. And now Fear will eliminate him. What a play. Surprise, surprise. Fear no one, fear us, says by Wolves Tyrants.
What the irony? Having Fear taking you down, and your name is Fear No One. And here we go. We have the rounds standing. On the right side, we have AV Ligers in there who was able to go in for 28 points. We have Tyrant who was able to go in for 16 points. Kalasag who's next, and PXG Radicals taking 10 points. And VV Desolator with 9, Schnauzer with 8, Almighty with 7, Bloody Head with 5, Trot Legend with 2, Fear No One, and Gobilam Wills with 1, and Kiss Mumu unable to get a point from the previous round.
Yeah, right now, Wolves Tyrants now engage again as now he's going to be taken down. PXG Radicals, here's those gunshots, and now we are the next team that you're going to be fighting against now. 2 players left standing for Wolves Tyrants. Looks like Lodi and Paul is running.
Yeah, I mean, I did mention that this is the round where everything goes, and we're seeing that we have Wolf Tyrant in there going in for the push, but they are being pushed back by PXG Radicals, and we will see more as Wells in there was eliminated early on from that match, and I think this will be a fast game as last round they don't want to be holding back. There are no more holding back at this point as PXG Radicals already taken high ground onto this area of Council Hall. The rest of the teams are still a little bit too far, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about last games, definitely would like to end the day with a big bang. And right now, PXG Radicals is just trying to hunt like the usual is what we are gonna see with them. But right now, going back here to Kiss Mumu, they've gone quiet starting from the first game. Try to go up during the second and third game, but they're consistently right down at the bottom part right now here. But again, they're trying. I mean, Cyborg together with Aoki, Xmonex, and Pain. We saw them from the previous match. They were the first team to get eliminated. Remember, with PXG Radical. So right now, looks like they're gonna get in touch here with Lodi, and I think Lodi is the last guy of WTS, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not quite sure. I think Lodi is the scout for WTS Tyrant. Unless PXG was able to eliminate the rest of the teams. But this is not looking good for WTS Tyrants as Kiss Momo, despite of their position on the leaderboard and the 1v4. When we talk about the number of games, it's not really good for the one going solo, Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely a really big disadvantage. Again, you're going up against 4 players who is really good at this game, and now with only Lodi alive now, switching over here to Team Almighty. And remember, this team won that first game, and Ren just waiting for that shot. VB Desolator, Saber, and Hive just right at the open. When will Ren fire his gun?
Well,
I'm not
knowing
sure.
the position of Ren from the rest of the team being a little bit too far, and as you see, the way back to their teammates is out in the open. So the moment he takes shots against Desolator, he might be shot back and might not be able to survive. Here comes Bloody Heads going in for the push right now. And here we go. The fight is on. We have Bloody Heads going against a BB Desolator, and I think BB Desolator survived that fight from AV Ligers, but Bloody Heads will be in here going in against Desolator. Morgana right now on the roof. We have Hive in there being taken out by ZJ, and another takedown in there by Bloody Heads. Ninja right now showing his face, trying to run about from the other side. Saber will be taken down or being shot from the other side, and it's now back to Ninja and Saber, the 2 remaining members for BB Desolator.
And look at Morgana. Morgana using the height advantage right now, going on top of that tent. CJ just really mad, just trying to fire every single bullet in his magazine. But right now, switching back here to Team Almighty. Almighty is also doing the same thing, just trying to go for that long-range shot. Now, on the kill feed, AV Ligers able to actually eliminate one of the players of PXG Radicals.
Yeah, indeed. And here we go. We have AV Ligers in there for the push against PSG. And Ross was able to join in the fight against Desolator. Here we go. We have the rush right now by Seiya. And Seiya for that kill against Ramiel. No elimination just yet from the side of PXG Radicals, but we have in here 10 teams remaining on this fight. There you go. We have Ramiel being taken down. Samiel is in here still, together with Jiboiwa, throw in and taking shots from above or from below, above, and AV Radicals will be regrouping, and hopefully they'll be able to get back as soon as the team jumps in on them.
And looks like PXG Radicals with the bailout there, Neptune. So what a great decision there for PXG Radicals. Again, the name of the game, or the objective of the game, is still survival here in this battle royale game. So most definitely that is a really good decision in order for them to be able to at least get some placement points, able to get a higher rank compared to having just the 10th place rank. As I mean, if they're able to get defeated here by AV Ligers. But talking about AV Ligers, Neptune, they basically woke up. They woke up in that Kalahari match number 3, and now their momentum, or the momentum, is on their side right now. They're just going in through the flow and able to eliminate 3 players already. However, one of their players, though, one of their members, already got eliminated, and that is P Panda.
Yes, indeed. I mean, they were able to jump in from the bottom from that second match up until the 5th spot, but I don't think that's enough. I think they need to do more. They are winning their engagement, their close battles, but the question is, will they be able to survive further into the game? They probably need more kills and another booyah to be able to get to the top, but we'll have to find out further as we move in to the next circle. It's only 20 seconds before the third circle, or the circle closing in, and we go into the third. And Almighty right now is in here trying to go in for the push. I think it's an airdrop push, or probably a push against who's next. And Funky will be sighted in there out in the open. Funky right now, no cover, using that chrono and that glue wall, but Desolator will be eliminated from the other side. Funky right now trying to run away. Run, Funky, run!
And Funky with that funky run, and now able to get that funky escape. And looks like team who's next, thinking that they are next, but nope. I think looks like we have Almighty now trying to go for that objective, going for that what we call the edge gaming right now, going for that edge of the circle. And again, right now, Almighty, they avoided the middle. I mean, if you try to go back, look at the maps of match 1 and 2, or it's actually match 1, 2, and 3. Almighty always goes right at the middle, but after those games, they have changed their game plan and now trying to just go at the edge of it.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I think it's more of the luck that happens on round number 1, the one what we're talking about. The RNG, the gods of RNG was in favor on match number 1, but round number 2 and round number 3, it's not in their favor. So they are going in for the basic tactic of staying on the edge of the zone. And we have a Kismumu right now, together with the rest of the team, sighting a Schnauzer, and we also have a Trot in there going in. And there you go, we have Funky finally being eliminated, but Hawkeye will be running in. The zone will be closing, and they will be gate kept in here from this side of Thought Legends. Hawkeye has no chance, has no choice to rush in, and PXG Radicals will be eliminated by AV Ligers, and there goes bye-bye PXG Radical.
And again, talking about PXG Radicals, they might want to go change how they play the game, because it's not working anymore. The other teams have already read whatever they're doing, so hopefully after this day, Neptune, they will try to go back and practice a different type of game plan, but still have that unorthodox gameplay we're in, trying to be aggressive, but kind of a bit of tactical play instead of just being one-dimensional.
Yes, indeed. I mean, that's a one, especially on this 6 round matches. 6 round matches with several teams who might go against you. There's a lot of chances that you will be losing if you only have a few tactics on your books. And speaking of losing, I think Hawkeye is going solo right now, trying to avoid the gunshots in there. But here comes Schnauzer trying to take down Kismumu, and will Schnauzer be able to maintain their position? There you go, Hawkeye. Glue wall after glue wall, trying to get near. The grenades are being thrown at him, and will Hawkeye survive? Yes, he was able to go in and raid this position. Is there enough time for him to heal? But no, it is Who's Next eliminated, and JC Jacob clearing that out.
And who's next? It's who's next. Who's gonna be eliminated, Neptune? But right now, that was a really good gatekeep by Trot Legends. They never really left Who's Next, the last member of Who's Next out there. So they went on and pushed that guy, and they got the elimination. But right now, I think the circle has shifted to a different area, and Team Schnauzer is not in there together with Team Kismumu. I think the circle went onto the west side of the map right now.
Yeah, it looks like it. And we have Almighty who's already going in for the rush. But Trot Legends, as patient as they can be, they might be gatekeeping Almighty at this point. We have Schnauzer and Kismumu on the other side. Still, this is a standoff from these teams. No one is budging. No one is moving. And on the other side, we have Trot Legends who are really confident rushing in against Almighty. And there you go. The rush is on. JC Jacob will be shot at, but we have in there MJ going in for the push. And will there be a takedown? No takedown just yet. MJ right now will be backing off, and we have Mayabang right now who's just waiting, I think exchanging a few, and there you go. ZJ from the side of Bloody Heads was able to go in for the kill, and this is a little bit too far from this heated battle. This is 2 teams going in for the fight. 4 teams actually going in for the fight on this area, and Maisan, the Gilly Bush has been used, and Maisan right now with the wall. Kismumu in front of him. Maisan tries to get away, but will be shot back from behind by Pain, and Pain in the shotgun gameplay. MJ in there trying to survive, but the rest of the teams are going in for that push as the zone closes in. We have Mayabang right now who is being shot at, and Maute for the kill. MJ for the kill as well. JC Jacob for that shot, and Almighty, I think they will be in trouble. Kismumu will be the first eliminated in here, and JC Jacob will be taking that quadra.
And what a quadra kill there for JC Jacob. However, right now on the screen we have Almighty right down below them as Team Bloody Heads. Bloody Heads tried to go for that third party, but unsuccessfully, not able to. Batman is on top of this building right now. I think he went from the other side. The circle is, I think, now shrinking again. It looks like they're gonna be on the move here. Shira up against Maute. Maute will get taken down. Morgana taking Shira down. Now it's gonna be CJ versus. Oh no, it's actually them, and I think they eliminated Almighty already.
Oh, Batman is still on
alive.
top of the roof. Yeah, Batman is trying to survive on top of the roof. Will try to go in on the side of Bloody Heads, and there you go. Almighty will be eliminated as Batman will be killed. We have Tyrants right now, a little bit too far, and Bloody Head will be eliminated in here as well. It's now left to AB Ligers and WTS Tyrant, and we have in here 4 kills from Seiya and 3 kills from Lodi, who will be surviving the grenade hit, and there you go. AV Ligers and J-Boy going in for the MVP once again. P Panda, Seiya, and another team that is P Panda, J-Boy, Seiya, and Shogun in there going in for that whip.
And J-Boy Wa, and by the way, what a finish there with that nade kill. AV Ligers introducing themselves in the league stages, Vil.
Mhm. I actually want to talk about the team of Chalk Legends. It's like the RNG gods is really at their favor, just gatekeeping everyone in their compound, getting free kills. They know what is happening around them, so they know how to react quickly. I mean, two men of Almighty really swarmed in, but the team of Chalk Legends taking them out quickly. I mean, Kiss Momo tried to puncture into the Great Wall of Chalk Legends, but still winning that team fight. But apparently, there's someone down there below, which is Bloody Heads, being that annoying of a team, taking that opportunity to do a third party and eliminating everyone that they see. Well, apparently, I mean, I really want to talk about that team fight. Can you break down that for us, Neptune?
Well, it is a usual tactic from how I played this game, as well as a few people that I talked to about Free Fire. It is a usual tactic to stay on the edge of the zone. That is in making sure that no one will be backstabbing you, or you'll be able to gatekeep anyone coming from outside of the zone. So that is, I would say, basic for Battle Royale, and Trot Legends did it well.
Yeah, that's true. How about you, Goku? What can you say about that team fight?
Well, the team fight is all about the third party of Bloody
Yeah.
Heads. I mean, Trot Legends has had the control. They got the
Mhm.
edge gaming. They gate kept all the other teams, but Bloody Heads went for the push at the right time. They went for the push at the
Yeah.
right time. They went for that third party, and they were able to eliminate those two teams that is actually right just beside them. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that's
AV
true.
Ligers got the win instead of them. So again, congratulations to the winners of three booyahs today.
Yeah. I mean, that is actually huge for AV Ligers. We've been talking about them ever since we started. I mean, AV Ligers being there at the bottom, but in the end, they got three booyahs. I mean, apparently, that is two booyahs in a row. That is actually really
Yeah.
big
Yep.
for them for sure. We all have our designated strats per map apparently. But in your perspective, what do you think is the best strat to do here in Kalahari? Maybe just go aggressive or just stay passive, just like what a BH did, or anything inside their heads right now. Let's start with Kuku.
Well, for me in Kalahari, it's all about getting that distance from the other teams because I mean you can try to do some pot shots, try to steal kills as well from the other enemies, and at the same time with that distance get to that objective. The objective is to be in that circle, and once you're inside, then definitely take that win. I mean you can get that goal is what we're talking about here, Bill.
Yeah. I mean, this is your goal. This is your goal. It is your focus. Okay. All you have to do is just go to that goal and just leave it all behind. I mean, everyone who's just trying to mess up with your heads. I mean, how about you, Neptune? What do you think is the best strat on this map?
Well, in this map, yes, the high ground is in there. It's more of, well, it's already familiar for everyone that in Kalahari you have the high ground. It's more of understanding how to interject against those teams who has the high ground. We've seen that earlier from one of Bloody Heads. Unfortunately, he was left alone, but the way he rushed in against Trot Legends, that should have been done early on before the zone closes in, and they might have a chance against Trot Legends at that point.
Yeah, that's true. Well, apparently, I just have a few questions about all these teams, though. I mean, we all have our favorites. We all have our favorite teams. We all have our favorite players. But who is the team that you are rooting for to be at the top? Neptune.
Well, PXG from the qualifiers, PXG Radicals has my heart. It's more of their gameplay, unorthodox gameplay. That's if you're weird or special, that's special nowadays. The weird
Yeah.
back then is called weird, but right now special. They have special gameplay, but they weren't
Yeah.
consistent enough on moving up on the ranks. And right now, it's
Hmm.
more of AV Ligers from. They were the underdogs from the first two. from the first two match, and then they just went up until the end.
Yeah.
So I think they are my favorites.
AV Laggers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, Kuku? Is it AV Laggers too or not?
It's gonna be Bloody Heads for me.
Or the player that got Morgana.
Yeah, it's Bloody
Yeah, I
Heads.
think that is it.
It is Bloody Heads, Bill. So I love how their gameplay is actually one of their games. I think that it's in Purgatory, if I'm not mistaken, or Bermuda, wherein they just like kept that same position. So they know that that position was the best position possible. The problem was they were not able to defend it really well. So I think their next game plan now, or their plan for the next few days for the league stages, is to make sure that they are able to, they're trying to get into, and if they're able to actually do that, I think they're able to get the booyah, is what they're praying for. But looking at the highlights here, Bill, you see your ice. Look at the rapid shots, Bill. So fast.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that is really hard to do, to be honest. I mean, ADS and just do some pod shots or anything. I mean, look at that. Fear in no one. Being eliminated again and again at the early stages of the game. That is really, really bad, to be honest. Even if we're just checking. I mean, we're just checking the last rounds too. It's just they're the first ones to get eliminated. I really hope they can do a comeback, or maybe do some retaliation next round. But I'm gonna ask you guys: do you think if Fear No One can do a big comeback into the next rounds? I mean, the next days rather.
Well, if you ask me, Fear No One has shown that comeback from the qualifiers. Not quite sure what happened right now. Probably it's the introduction of the new invited teams that surprised them. But so far, Fear No One still has what it takes. They just have to go in and win those engagement. And like what we mentioned earlier, if you think you're out of options, just run away. Just run away as far as you can.
Yeah, actually, if you don't have any options at all, if you have a lot of enemies around you, all you have to do is just run away and find some cover. But apparently, if that cover that you're going to, what if there's someone out there? I mean, but what if there's some teams that are waiting inside that compound? You are a dead man for sure. But apparently, we're not checking the round settings at the last game. It's just AV Ligers again and again getting that top spot, getting 9 kills and 21 in a total of 21 points. Meanwhile, Bloody Heads with 16 points, Tyrants 15, Thought Legends with 11, Almighty with 10, Schnauzer with 8, PXG Radicals with 6, Kalasag who's next with 6 as well, Kiss Mumu 5, Govilam Wills with 2, VB Desolators with 1, and Fear No One without getting any scores at all. Well, actually, this is like the thing that I'm telling you guys. I mean, whenever you're gonna win the last round, you are expecting, we are actually expecting at the next round you will be eliminated at the early stages of the game, which is actually happening again and again. Well, except AV Ligers, they just won 2 rounds in a row. I mean, what is up with them, man? What do you think is their factor? Why are they winning every time, Neptune?
Well, what I'm thinking is, or what I'm seeing is, I think they just want to prove us casters and hosts wrong. Every time we say something, we bringing out to the teams, they just prove us wrong. Like we keep mentioning about the Booyah will be the one who got the Booyah from the previous round will be taking, or will be eliminated the next round. And AV Ligers just prove us wrong.
Yeah. How about you, Kuku?
For AV Ligers?
Yeah, for AV Ligers. What do you think is their strategy? I mean, what do you think is their secret? Why are they like this?
Well, I think AV Ligers just got blessed by the gods of Free Fire right now. I mean, getting 3 booyahs in a day, that's a hard task I mean, if you have played Free Fire, Vil, I mean, it is a really hard game. I mean,
Yeah,
doing mobile on it, I've tried on PC, but it's kind of different. So with all these
it's kind of
players
different.
playing on mobile, definitely for AV Ligers, they're just blessed right now, in my opinion. But again, really good gameplays is what they've shown us. And now, Vil, here are the overall standings.
Overall standings, leading the food chain is actually AV Ligers with a total of 82 points, followed by Tyrants with 72, Bloodyhead 64, Wolves with 63, BXG Radicals with 52, Almighty with 49, and Schnauzer getting that 49 points as well. Trough Legends 46, VB Desolators getting that 41 points. Kalasag, who's next? 35, Kiss Momo 21, Fear No One, and 15. And the following is just 0 points because they haven't played. But apparently, I really want to talk about this AV Lighters because they're the ones who they're like one of our invited teams apparently, followed by Almighty, and this is actually Group A and Group B who is fighting right now, and Group C will be tomorrow. Well, this is actually really great because it's just we're gonna see AV Ligers again tomorrow, and they're gonna be up against Group C. Do you think this is gonna be a same thing, or are we gonna see a really different one if they're gonna be up against Group C? Cuckoo.
Yeah, definitely, because for Group C, we have the two invited teams, SAF, Deathwish, VPH, Velocity, and the other teams that came from the qualifier finals. We have Shoot and Run and WLV Imbalance. So definitely, it'll be an imbalanced gameplay if you try to battle Group B and Group C, which is right now tomorrow's schedule.
Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying this because this is scheduled for tomorrow, so we're gonna start same time, same place anyway. And the first match is gonna be at 3 o'clock, followed by the match two here in Purgatory. It's like the same thing all over again. It's like what happened um, um today. So there's gonna be Group B and Group C. So apparently I am wrong. So I'm really sorry for that because we're gonna see them again on day number 3 and day number 4. So just wanna correct you guys, but apparently I'm really enjoying all these matches. This is actually a really fast 6 matches for us. But before we end things today, Coco and Neptune, what are your final thoughts of all these 6 matches today? Let's start with Neptune.
Well, so far for this is just 6 matches for the game. Whether you ended up at the bottom, there's still a few more days wherein you can come back and build up those points to be able to get into the top and go into the finals. So don't be dismayed. Just keep practicing, and hopefully those at the bottom right now, you're the underdog. You might be on top the next day.
How about you?
Can I do a copy paste? It's kind of it's like the same as what Neptune told you guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just day number 1, so there's a lot of days to come. So all you need to do now is, especially for teams like Trot Legends and also for Fear No One, you gotta go back to the practice room, basically to train with all these top teams. And and you know what, with the top teams right now, all they need to do is be consistent, especially they're going to be fighting against Group C, which we haven't seen yet. So it's going to be totally exciting once we see Group C tomorrow, which I'm not going to be here. I think it's going to be you guys, Neptune and Vil, right?
I'm really excited what's going to happen tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor for us that we are bringing you live the Free Fire Philippines Open League stage, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, this is Group A and Group B. I mean, just to recap of what happened a while ago. It's just AV Ligers is just really on the fire, ladies and gentlemen, winning 3 matches, well, 2 matches in a row as well. I mean, to cut everything off to end this show, for the last time, my name is Vil, your host for the day. We're gonna see you again tomorrow for another action, for another Free Fire action for sure. And I'm with your casters. I'm with Neptune. Together with me is Kuku Gaming as well. For the last time, this is a Free Fire Philippines Open League stages. See you again tomorrow, and good night.